I have abundance. I have everything within me. For I was, for I am, for I always be. We are love. We are peace. We are free. We have abundance. We have everything within us. For we are, for we will always be. For Mother Earth is love. For Mother Earth has peace. For Mother Earth is free. For Mother Earth has abundance. For Mother Earth has everything within her. For she was, for she is, for she will always be. And so it is spoken, so it has been written, and it is done.
You have entered into a dimension of truth where time does not exist and illusions are shattered. The journey of truth is intense. The journey of truth will set you free. Consider this a warning as you enter the dimension of truth uncompromised.
All right, family, peace and love, and welcome to the Truth Uncompromised show. I am your host, Rhonda, and tonight we have a great show planned for you. We are on part 23. Oh, yeah, we have come a long way with this series. The Real Pilgrims, the true story of immigrants coming to America. Now, the main two sources of that we use for this show, actually I'm going to name three. White Trash, the 400-year untold history of class in America by Nancy Eisenberg. And then They Were White and They Were Slaves, the Untold History of Enslavement of Whites in Early America by Michael A. Hoffman II. And then this actually is the second series that this brother's book we were able to use as a reference. He did such a wonderful job with the research. The Negro Question, Part 6, The 13 Black Colonies by Lee Cummings. So last week we concluded with the whole thing of the colony that was set up in Africa by, they say, the freed slaves. But as we know through our research, it was actually a combination of freed slaves and melanated, aka black Europeans, who went over to Liberia to set up a colony, because when Andrew Jackson came into office, he did not give them voting rights. So I am assuming that Andrew Jackson was cutting a deal with them, which we found out in this series that Andrew Jackson was at a minimum mulatto, okay? Probably he was all the way melanated, aka black, because in the book it said he was tawny, and they called his wife a black wench. Now let me get it right, a fat black wench. Okay, so whatever promises Andrew Jackson made to those freed blacks, he went back on his promise. So they set up a colony in Liberia, and that is connected to the Negro land. So if you want to do a little bit more research on what we're talking about, you can research Negro land. They were funded initially through a company called, it was that Dutch, and I didn't get a chance to go through all of that, but you all can certainly do that research on your own. But they were funded by the Dutch. Yeah, I'm trying to find the notes. I apologize. It was the Dutch West Indian Company. Okay, so just like over in the Americas, how Spain, France, the Dutch, England came over here to do business, these freed blacks went over to Africa and set up a colony, particularly Liberia, to basically recreate what they had in the Americas. So the indigenous people, the indigenous Africans of Liberia was displaced and treated secondhand as the freed blacks took over their land, exploited their resources, and exploited them. Okay, so we concluded with that. So you can certainly do some research on that. That colony lasted up until, I have to go back. I can't remember if it was the 50s or 60s. A lot of those free blacks died because of the climate, and a lot of wars kept going back and forth between the indigenous people, the indigenous Africans of that land, and the freed blacks of Europe/America. So this week we are going to get into, actually we're going to be getting into the conclusion. It'll probably take us 2 more shows because we're literally going to be discussing the invention of the white race. So how the white race came into their power. Okay, so again, if you're not familiar with what we're talking about, you can certainly go back to our series, The Forgotten Black Nobility. We did a lot of research on that and showed you how history, as they are writing it today, is totally inaccurate. Those European kingdoms were originally ruled by melanated, aka black folk, or whether or not you want to call them Moors. So this ideal of white supremacists, white power, did not come into play until the 1800s, and to be really exact, and thanks to Brother Lee Cummings' research and work, white folks started taking over the thrones around the world at the end of the 1800s, and it was completed the early 1900s. Specifically, per Brother Lee Cummings, and I'm attending to agree with him, that's what the research is showing, that whites officially took over the white supremacy system, what we're calling today, at the end of World War I. Matter of fact, some would say that's really what the war was about. It was the switching of the power source. Okay, so when you hear the term New World Order, and we talk about this a lot, folks say, oh, you know, the New World Order, they're going to bring in the New World Order. The New World Order done already happened. The mark of the beast, all that crap has already happened. The New World Order represented the white kingdom taking over from the black kingdom. So the Dark Ages were actually representing dark melanated folks, black folks, ruling the kingdoms around the world. That's why they call it the Dark Ages and the Old World. The New World represented the rulership of the white Caucasian race. Okay, and so we also got into that Black Nobility series, and we've also pointed out several times in this series how the source of power, whether or not it's on the black/melanated side or if it's on the white Caucasian side, there is a base family system that controls it all. Okay, so it does not matter who sits in those seats of power in the old world and new world. They have to get commissioned or sanctioned to sit in those roles. All right. So the purpose of this series, we wanted to set the record straight of what really happened with the story of slavery. Okay. Slavery was not about Africans, millions of Africans, let me back up, millions of Africans being brought over to the Americas for the purpose of slavery. The official records do not show that. What they do show is folk coming from Europe, specifically indentured servants, specifically melanated Europeans. Some of the melanated Europeans came over on what they call indentured servant contracts, same as 99% of white folk came over here under indentured servant contracts onto the land to help with the colonization, all right, to pay back to the crown, all right. So the slavery, literally, you had very small few Africans that were actually coming over here as slaves. Okay, now I'm not saying that there were not any, but it was a hell of a lot less. Okay, so what you had were either the the indigenous melanated folks of the land, who they called Indians, and the indentured servants, white, the indentured servants, melanated European, working side by side, working the land. And the indigenous Indians fell into a couple of categories. Some of them partnered up with the Europeans to cut deals to put their families in a better position. Some of them became prisoners of war, and that's where, not some of them, a lot of them became prisoners of war. So that's where your story was built in of millions of, quote, quote, Africans being enslaved. No, it was millions of indigenous Americans being enslaved. Okay, they became prisoners of war and or fell under indentured servant contracts. All right, so I just wanted to give a recap for those, if this is your first time listening, and I do encourage you to go back and listen to this series as well as the Forgotten Black Nobility. They're both tied together quite closely. All right, so before I forget we get too deep into the show, I do want to send out all love, honor, and respect to the artist Bill Withers. We'll rock out with his music at the end of the show. He transitioned. He put out great body of work. Us old heads know what he put out, but for my millennials and my Z generation, he was the man that put out the original Lean on Me and Lovely Day. All of his music is very, very beautiful. I forget who did a documentary on him. Can't remember if it was HBO. Somebody did an excellent documentary on him about 10 years ago. If you could catch it on YouTube, I highly encourage it. So I did want to send a shout out to him, sending all honor and respect to him. All right, so I am going to bring on my co-host, and we are going to get it cracking. I do want to send out a shout out to the YouTube chat room, Brother Scotty, Saturn in the house, Sis Cheryl, Deep H2O, T. Christopher. Who all else we got here? Mr. T. Shout out to G Major. Love you, sweetie. All right, and then also we have our family callers. Shout out to you. And then we do still have a couple people in the, well, actually one person in the Blog Talk radio chat. So peace and love to you all. So I'm going to bring on my co-host. Let me bring on Brother Sean, and I see you, Sis Sandra. So here we go. I said here we go, but then I didn't do it. Peace and love, brother. How are you?
Wholeness and power, sis. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. Of course, you know it's so much going on. Oh, my goodness, there's so much going on.
It's jumping.
Yeah.
It's jumping.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely jumping. So I know we're going to have a hot go ahead on with the fuckery tonight. So we'll make it do what it do.
You know it.
All right. So let me bring on Sis Sandra. Peace and love, sis. How are you?
Oh, peace and love to you, Sis Rhonda, and Brother Sean, and to the family.
Wholeness and power, sis.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm really
good. Good deal.
Yourself?
I'm good. I'm really good. This energy, y'all, is moving.
Yeah.
So much energy is hitting the planet.
Yep.
It just has you all over the place. Literally, you have to really, really stay grounded. And we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight as well. But yeah, I'm doing fine. It's all good. But it's so much energy coming through. I have to constantly ground myself. So we're going to talk about all of that as well tonight. So before we get into go ahead on with the fuckery, I do want to say over the past couple shows, we have been rudely interrupted. So how we're going to do this tonight, if we are rudely interrupted, I will make an announcement, and for the YouTube family, because y'all the ones that are getting cut off the most. Go figure, huh? I'll type in the chat room, and then I'm just going to restart a new feed. Give me about 10 minutes. So I'm not going to be fooling around trying to technically restart it. I'll just totally start a new show. So it won't be so much lag. So maybe we'll be good tonight. We'll see. So I just want to put that out there early. All right, here we go. Go ahead on with the fuckery. Sis Sandra, what you got tonight?
Oh, my goodness. First of all, let's go back to that virus. Bill Gates is out there with his $100 million trying to rush a vaccine through. And I said, you know that. And then people were calling me up, and they said from New York and places like that, they're saying it's 5G. I said,
Yeah, so we're gonna touch on a little bit of that tonight, because I'm trying to
I'm gonna
prepare.
Tell about your theory. Your theory is very valid. So I was talking to my neighbor and last month or so, and he was telling me about Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is out there about to blow up, they think, or it's about to go out. It's one of the biggest stars in Orion's belt, right? I think it's the second one or the third one in. So, last year, I think I brought it up. My son and I, or me and myself, was on the way to L.A., And in the southern sky, southeast, was this planet, Nibiru.
I remember that.
Remember that? So
yep, I remember that.
The Beetlejuice. So he said that to me once before, and it didn't, click. And then I remember he said it again the other day, and I said, oh. So the Book of Enki, when Nibiru comes through, the planets get out of its way, or they get destroyed. So I was listening to Rap the News, and he was talking about the red oxide dust.
Mm-hmm.
And you were too. So I knew what that would be. I knew it would be Nibiru. Mm-hmm. So I listened to some of these astronomers talking about that they go by the gravitational pull to know that there's a planet there that has a magnetic pull that's making these planets go oblong, in their orbit. And so they think that Nibiru is in the Kuiper belt. That's what they call it Planet 9.
Uh-huh. I told people they was being slick with it, calling it Planet 9. Yep.
And so when Trump and those guys launched a week or so ago that Space Force shuttle, they call it Senator, right? So those astronomers were talking, and they call that gravitational pull Senator. I thought, Now it gets worse. So I decide to look up Beetlejuice in its proximity to the Kuiper belt. And what I found is the Kuiper belt runs between Mars and Jupiter. And I said,
say that last part again, sis. Say that I'm sorry. Say that last part again for me.
Kuiper belt is in between Mars and Jupiter.
That's right, because I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm with you, because Mars is considered an inner planet, and then once you get past Mars, that belt, those are the outer planets. Yep, within our solar quote system.
And the age of Aquarius is the dawning of the age. Mars and Jupiter. Aligned. Remember that?
When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligned with Mars. Exactly.
This is the dawning of the age.
Age of Aquarius. Right.
Yes, ma'am. So there is where you will find Nibiru. And it's having an impact on Beetlejuice. Because if Beetlejuice would explode or disintegrate or whatever, it would affect Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Neptune. I said, oh, my God. They are right next door to each other.
Right. It's the... Oh, I'm sorry, sis. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
And Nibiru is having an effect on Beetlejuice. So, that happened in my discovery. So, I was thinking, let me go. It was like the 4th, whatever day that was, on the 4th. I decided to go look up at Orion's belt and see if I can see Beetlejuice or Nibiru. So I saw it. I saw this red planet flashing, with the wings and stuff. It's way in the distance, right? So I called my son, because he doesn't live here. I called him at his house, who's west of me, and I said, Kate, can you take a picture of the eastern sky and see what you see over there and see what's over there? So he took a picture, and I looked at that picture, and I said, wait a minute, that ain't what I see. So, so I go to look out the eastern sky, and I still see what I see, but I figured out he's seeing something in the western sky. And sure enough, there was a spacecraft up there. I went out there. It looked like a star, but it had red and blue, and it was sitting there in the western sky. It was huge. And so my neighbor, I asked him the next day, and he said it was a drone. I said, my son lives 5-6 miles away from here. You can't see no drone that far.
Right.
And I called the police. He said it was a police drone. So I called the police station and asked them if they do that. Do they surveil with a drone? They said, no, ma'am, we don't do that. So I said, oh. So I went to your lady. I can't remember her name right now. I hate to give her, say something about her without giving her credit. And I saw that the UFOs were around the sun, right? And there was thousands of them around the sun. And we talked about that last week. But now, the U.S. International Space Station captured a fleet, hundreds of UFOs heading towards Earth. And that was on the 2nd of April, and mine was on the 4th of April. And I said, oh, my God, they are in the house.
And Gina Marie catches them every other day.
Yes,
every other day. Gina Marie, exactly. She catches them either off of that feed, like you said, off of that feed, or with her camera. Like you said, a fleet of them.
I saw one with my naked eye. And I looked up, and there was a cloud formation in that linear shape that she's always catching, and it was right above my house. I said, oh, it was the redness of this satellite, this UFO, because it was a light. And then they moved eventually away. I guess whatever surveillance they were doing, they eventually moved away, and they turned out their lights, or they were heading west. I said, that ain't weird, because my neighbor said it was the police. And I said, they're not west, they east. So,
right.
Yeah. So they're in the house, okay? They are here. And her one of her friends or something showed pictures of a real linear straight one, and it was a moth, type something in it. And she was talking about that one. And I said, they got several of them. When Sputnik News was on, the Russian stuff, which they took off, because this mess with, Donald Trump and the election and Russia spying on us and all that crap.
Yeah, all that bull crap, right.
Because they don't want the Russian information from the news to tell you what's going on. And it's all just a cover-up. It's just a total cover-up. And so anyway, I saw in their documentary about 50-some different species of aliens that the Russians already know about. And the United States won't tell our people nothing. Absolutely.
Yeah, because those documentaries disappeared, too, because they did a series.
Yeah, they did. They sure did.
Yeah, you remember that, sis? So supposedly and allegedly, they aired it on Russian TV. Now, I don't know that for sure, y'all. I'm just saying supposedly and allegedly. But it was a series, and I got the opportunity to watch it.
Me too.
And that shit is gone now. You can't find that shit no more.
The man had books on it and everything. He had descriptions of them. He could tell you exactly where they came from, what solar system they were out of, these aliens. And Russia, they had remember they had where they took you down below the earth, where they back manufactured the crafts.
reverse engineered. Yep. Mm-hmm,
Yep.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Exactly. So I just had just an overwhelming week of discovery because they are here. I don't know who they are, but they are here. And so Trump keeps coding these "we're at war" stuff.
I said that. I said it was coded. Yep.
Yeah, he's coding that. They claim that they went down and rescued the children that was enslaved in cages down there under that code of coronavirus. That's what they're using as cover. And so it's just a lot going on. I know that the virus is real, but it's only killed 12,000 only. Okay, you got that? Ugh, I need to wash my mouth out with soap. But between the 2018 and the 2019 flu season, nationwide, there was 35,000 people that was killed, that died from the flu, the natural flu. Now, we're only at 12, and they're already trying to get you out of your house because they didn't want anybody to see all that's going up and on in the sky. They don't want you to see that. There's something they're hiding. They either supposedly maybe went under there and rescued these kids under the coronavirus stuff. Maybe they're protecting the children to keep them in the house while this stuff is going down. I don't know, but this doesn't make sense what they're doing because Chicago, Detroit in 2018 lost 1,300 people to the virus. Now they're trying to put us out there now as a deep problem. But if you got 10 melanated people walking in the door and 4 die, that's 40%, right? So anyway, then they got Chicago in 2018, 2019 that said they didn't put their figures down. They put 80,000 people died nationwide. That's what Chicago recorded. So it's not uncommon, and I hate to say it, but it's not uncommon that these people are dying from the flu. But they're just pumping it up for some reason. And they say this thing lasts on the surface 9 days and all that kind of stuff. I'm a professional in the science thing, and I'm like, okay, that's what you say. When did that happen? You know,
well, I can tell you this. I do not change my position on this. It is for personal knowledge from people I know that's been impacted by it.
Yeah,
thank goodness it has not been any deaths, and it goes across the spectrum. I'm talking spiritual healthy people, vegans, young folks, healthy, and then, of course, the ones with pre-existing conditions. And it comes out of nowhere. It literally comes out of nowhere. They get the sniffles, and by day 2, they are dragging themselves in the hospital. So I would agree that they're playing with the numbers. Don't get me wrong. I totally agree that it was released. To me, COVID-19 means covert operation virus, infectious disease. In 2019, they released it. Now, this is just me and my opinion. Me and my opinion.
That's what I said in the beginning, the first show. They released it, and it's a blowback on
20. Exactly, and I think it is twofold. Number one, it's definitely an exercise to see how the world would react to something like this and how prepared the world is for this. But I said this the first time they mentioned it. I said that the bigger cover for it is what is going on in the sky. Yeah. And I also said because of the pole shifts and the coming of a new age. I also said that they're going to use that as an opportunity also to switch up the financial system. It's probably going to be a financial collapse. said that before all of this jumped off. So I want to be clear. By no means am I saying it's fake or it's a hoax. Because I know what I know from other people's personal experience. People are getting sick. They are dying. It's across the board. Okay, so I do want to put that out there because I don't want in any means for people to feel that I am personally being disrespectful to people's family members that have caught it and that's dealing with it or have died. Okay, I'm sending out much love and healing to them. I know for a fact that the virus is real. So I just want to put that out there, sis.
No, that's truth. It is real. It's a real virus that they let go. And also, and then the day we're all locked down, they chemtrailing again. I'm thinking to myself, what you chemtrailing for?
Mm-hmm.
House, oh, right. But, you know, they got all that stuff.
Yeah, they have to because, like I said, and shout out to Brother 832, when he pointed out Prince's song Purple Rain, which is why I played that opening song, the sky was all purple and people running everywhere. Literally, family, we're seeing the UV radiation is so high. That's what that means when you see them purple and pink in the sky. That is the UV radiation because the planet is changing. She's raising her vibration. So you have UV radiation going on. You got the poles shifting. You got red oxide dust coming into it. You got Atlas flying across with its dust, which is green, and I don't know if Atlas done switched up its color because they said it broke up. You got crafts that are being recorded in the sky, and Gina Maria so tight with her documentation. Her last video, I think she posted it today, she shows where the ships are coming in interdimensional.
Yeah, they are.
So, no, I agree with everything you said, sis. It's a lot going on. But make no mistake about it, family, all of it is good.
You know, but I want to take that
I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, sis.
I was looking at that spacecraft, you know, the lights. They had the lights on for me. It was so nice of them. As they turned the lights out, they totally disappeared out the sky. You couldn't even see a blip, nothing. I'm like, where'd he go? It went, and I figured it went out of the dimensions at that time.
Yeah, because they have to use the vibration to come in and out of the dimensions.
Yeah.
So, you know, but family, make no mistake about it. All of these things are a good thing. If you have been studying these things, if you have been studying the changing of a new age, for those that were in religion and church back up in the day, when they talk about apocalypse, you are literally witnessing these things. So it is a good thing. So your body is going to go through some things because you have to adjust your frequency. So your frequency has to start rising as well, because that 5G stuff, I'm going to prepare something on that. Young Pharaoh had a show earlier today with the author. It was a live with the author that his name is Cyrus, the author that put the lawsuit against all of the technology companies on this destructive technology. He had the author live on his show. I highly recommend you go check it out. It was a real good drop. But like I said out the gate, I didn't just wake up out the bed and start talking about 5G. I've been talking about it for quite some time. And I told y'all, and I still say to you all, that 5G is a response to them needing to keep their equipment running because Mother Earth's vibration is raising. Now, absolutely, of course, there's going to be side effects from that because your body has to adjust. But I also told you all, and again, I didn't just wake up out the bed and start talking about 5G. I've been talking about it for a minute. I told you that Mother Earth's frequency is already beyond 5G. They can't even build these gigahertz fast enough to kick up with Mother Earth. So your DNA and cellular structure is also getting an upgrade. All right? That UV radiation that's coming from Mother Earth is upgrading your DNA as well to adapt. But if you keep your frequency low, and fear is the biggest inhibitor to raising your vibrations, then of course 5G is going to impact you a lot. And of course you're not going to be able to keep up with Mother Earth's frequency. So it is extremely important, family, during this time, because it's a lot of information coming through. I am telling you, every 10 minutes somebody is hitting my inbox, and 90% of it is pure bullshit. Okay? I'm not talking about the 10% that send me good stuff. And y'all know who you are and who you aren't. 90% of it is bullshit. They're doing this. They trying to kill us. They trying to do this. Oh, okay. And I'm not denying any of that. But who are you? Are you a divine being that can raise your frequency, that is supposed to be raising your frequency? Or are you going to keep pushing doctrine that's coming out every 5 minutes of death and destruction? What you put out is what you get back. I have told you, several other people have told you, that the vibrational realm of Mother Earth is speeding up, speeding up, speeding up. Hell, they, and I'm putting it in quotations, they're even fucking telling you that the poles are moving so rapidly that they can't guarantee that equipment will stay online. So what that means is you're supposed to be getting your stuff together to match her frequency. You're supposed to be going within and tapping into that frequency to ground yourself. Because what you put out is speeding up. It's speeding up. So if you're putting out fear, they trying to kill us, they doing this, they doing that, they doing it, what world are you creating for yourself? I keep saying, are you just a type that's going to sit around and say, ain't nothing new under the sun, so whatever they dish out is what I'm going to receive? Or are you a creator? If you are a creator, that starts with your thoughts, your words, your actions. The dimension and the realm is splitting. It's what frequency you want to rock with and vibe with. The choice is yours. You got all the power. The choice is yours. The freedom starts in the mind. So, all right, sorry, sis. I didn't mean to get on that, but, you know, it was all relevant. My bad. But great drop.
I
great
mean,
drop.
It's great because it lets me understand a lot more, too, when you say things like that. So it was really a very illuminating experience to see one of the crafts and see two of them or three of them hid in the cloud, and there was no clouds around at that time. I'm like, way over my house. But anyway, it was pretty cool, and I believe that they know that Nibiru is, or Planet 9, has all these effects, and that's why they're changing so rapidly. And I also said one thing a long time ago in the beginning, when this stuff starts, and what's his Chief Whitehorse? Was it Chief
Warhorse? Chiefess Warhorse. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said they're going to start going underground, and they are going underground. They running.
Oh, not Chiefess Warhorse. You talking about dude that we had on a few years ago? Yeah.
White House, White or something like that. And he was telling you that, and we were talking, they're going to go underground. They're going to start going into their bunkers trying to hide from it. But, you know, they have already impacted the earth with so much negativity, it's going to catch them down there, too, because they have no place to hide from it. And as far as species are concerned, they don't belong here because they're the ones that make it so bad for everybody else here. So anyway, I'm done. That's what
very great drop, sis. Thank you for that. You brought a lot of information, and I do want to express again, family, this is your time to shine. You have no barriers. The only barriers you have is you. You have no barriers. You are the author of the realm you want to create. And it starts with your thoughts. And I told y'all this before, test it out. Do it with small things. And watch how fast that comes back to you. Whatever you put out there is what you get back. So that's what this whole galactic age shift is about. The gateways are open. So even those that were not jumping the different dimensions and gateways when they were closed, you literally really have access to it now. So make it do what it do. Are you a creator? Or are you waiting on a Messiah? Make it happen. This is a great time. And again, I said, and we're going to get into that in another series, when we talk about the AI, the transhumanism, and all of that. If you want to experience that, you have every right as a divine being to experience that, and that's going to certainly happen, and that can certainly be the route you want to take. So you are the author of your story and your realm. And that's what the hidden knowledge has been about all this time. And I don't care what series we do, unveiling the true history, the root cause of it is the people are the ones with the true power. The people are the ones that are the true source of energy. So the parasitic behavior, that shit is up. That shit is over with. But you have to make it happen as a divine being. That means not depending on no one or nothing. You have to do it for self. So be mindful of your thoughts, because your thoughts are vibrations. And everybody want to talk about 5G. Want to talk about 5G while you motherfucking own 5G, talking about how harmful 5G is, but you're giving the message on 5G network, but your thoughts are powerful than any of that. And your thoughts are supposed to be matching, at a minimum, matching Mother Earth's vibration. Okay, so very, very good drop, sis. Very, very good drop, sis. Okay, Brother Sean. Sorry about that. You got some go ahead on with the fuckery. And yes, G Majors, the chief she was speaking on was from a couple of years ago. It was Chief White Feather, so not Chief Warhorse. Absolutely. Yes, Chief Willie White Feather. Thanks, Scotty Saturn. Okay, sorry, Brother Sean. What you got for go ahead on with the fuckery?
You do know that every death that has a flu-like symptom, it's mandatory that it be listed as a COVID death. That's been sent out to all the hospitals. I'm just saying, so they forging the numbers. There's an agenda behind it. And that's
not denying that one bit. Not denying any of that one bit.
I heard that too.
Yeah, I can't speak for the numbers. I can only speak for one area on the numbers because of someone I know, and it was the opposite. They were underreporting.
I understand they were doing false positives too on it, saying it was when it wasn't.
Yeah, so I cannot account for nothing else. I can only account for my source as far as the numbers in one area. That's the only thing I can account for. Now, I'm not going to deny whether or not they're forging it, none of that. I'm not even on that. What I stand by again, it is real, and folks are dying, folks are getting sick, and it's across the board. Young, old, healthy. It's across the board. But I feel you. I hear you, Brother Sean.
Now that lost my train of thought.
That's okay. You want me to go, and then you can come back? Oh.
The point that I was getting to is they're trying to force people into taking the vaccination.
They can go on up this damn street. Go on in on that now, Brother Sean. God damn it, they can go on with that.
When there's natural cures out here, quinine and zinc, but take care of it. If you can't find the quinine, you can get it in Schweppes tonic water. There's plenty of things out here that will take care of it. Not saying that it's not real or people aren't dying. The point is, people keep using the word dying. These people were killed. That's the point that everybody seems to be missing. This is
I agree with that. I agree with that.
So that's what people need to be focusing on.
It's not natural.
Not being holed up, not being fearful while you're being attacked. You turning the other cheek. You being that humble slave. You ain't fighting for your rights, and you ain't fighting for your life. Period. I mean, you're letting them dictate everything to you. They killing people and acting like it's just a disease that happened. China is responsible for this.
You think China's alone responsible for it?
Not alone.
Okay, so who else?
Bill Gates.
And who else?
Foundation, World War.
And who else?
Can I finish the list?
No. Yeah, go ahead. Because I want you to bring it all out. Go ahead.
Oh, I am bringing it all out. The entire corporate system.
Pharmaceutical.
That's what I was getting to. Yeah, the pharmaceutical. That's who Fauci is in with. He's being paid by all of them to push the vaccine.
Well, he has vested interest in that. He's invested in the pharmaceutical.
Yeah. They making big money off of this. Whether they gonna be able to do anything with it or not is irrelevant. Because this whole
the news media.
Yeah, the media. They all behind it. They're pushing it. That's why you have these reporters always asking about the vaccines, the test.
Yes, that's the interest in those too. The news people.
Yeah, the test costs money. Everything costs money. But hospitals are losing money every day. They're not treating anything but COVID. So the system is crashing like it's supposed to. I don't see why people worried about that. You say you wanted the system gone. It's leaving.
Agreed.
And y'all crying about it. Now, there's many levels to this game that's being played, and that bring in the red oxide dust. You know that an aluminum powder, that, you know what that makes, right? Thermite. Like what they brought down the World Trade Centers.
I was going to say that. That's where I thought you were going. Yeah.
Now, you got a sky full of red iron oxide dust. A chemtrail with aluminum in it.
Ooh.
So, my question to you. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brother Sean.
Now we have all these plasma events.
Yikes.
Now, they can't regulate it. Who you think that stopped us from blowing up? Them ships up there. Because they was ready to nuke the whole planet. I mean, think about it. I posted a couple videos. They even know how to make that red iron oxide. There was videos with people making it and setting it on fire, burning through metal and everything.
So I'm sorry, go ahead, Brother Sean.
I'm just saying, with all this red iron oxide out here now, and they still chemtrailing, you know that they just not trying to give up. I mean, it's over for them. No question about it.
Definitely is. Yeah, no ands, if, buts about it.
For me, it's just a matter of looking at the things that they had in place. You know, we're in the age of knowing, revelations. Everything is being revealed. And the game that Trump is playing is just for a new deal, y'all.
I can't argue with you on that. Can you say that last part again? I didn't mean to interrupt you. I want folks to hear that loud and clear. My bad. Say that last part again.
He's just trying to implement a new system, period. He's not the real power. He's just a spokesperson for the real power.
Exactly.
Now, children are being saved. That's real. Because if you look at how many children come up missing every year, and we know about these cults, what these people do, organ harvesting and everything. So, I mean, it's levels to it. And this is a good cover for it. But these events are to take us away from the bigger picture. Because beyond them trying to clean up their system, clean up their net, the human trafficking, the organ harvesting, the pedophilia, because they've been on about this forever. I mean,
absolutely.
To me, trying to clean it up now, don't give you a pass.
No, I don't.
But I'm not going to fuck with you while you wiping your ass.
Well, I don't get that one, Brother Sharp. Oh, I get it now.
Right.
I get it now, but go ahead. You can say it. I get it.
I'm going to let them go ahead, clean up their mess. Mm-hmm. And then the rest got to go. I mean,
they still got to go.
Right. But we, on the whole, are not ready to do what they're doing. They fighting each other. They aiming all that shit at each other. And we keep wanting to include ourselves in shit that ain't got shit to do with us.
1,000% agree.
I mean, if people actually think that Trump is anything other than system, why is he still calling y'all African American or black? He know who the fuck you are.
Absolutely.
But you have to answer to that if you want to be a part of that system. He doesn't have to acknowledge who you truly are. He's addressing the citizens within that corporation.
Absolutely.
So it's a chess game. Right now you're seeing pawns be removed from the board. It's real interesting if you know chess, being able to see 2, 3, 4, 5 moves ahead.
Right.
That's if you're into it like that. But if you're emotional and then chose a side other than yours, you fucked up in this game because you ain't got no power. You sitting around waiting on the stimulus check, hoping there's a second one coming. Hoping for all type of stuff. These businesses hoping to be bailed out. And he throwing that fiat currency at them because he didn't nationalize the Fed. They didn't give up their independence. It's now part of the Treasury.
And I don't even think they solidified that deal yet.
I think it's about a done deal. But I'm going to wait and see what they're talking about later, see what type of moves they make. The thing is to watch what they're doing and see how it all unraveled. Watch and see how it fell apart. And then you'll see it was never designed to be around forever. The only reason it stuck around as long as it did, because we wanted to be included in every goddamn thing.
Absolutely.
We made this shit
Absolutely.
flow.
Absolutely.
It would have been dead had we not gave all our energy, off into every level of their system, from religion on down. Their system ain't just the quote-unquote government. It's the very way that you think. It's the things that you eat. It's what you watch, what you listen to. The frequency in which you listen to it at. If you're not thinking for yourself and everything you're doing and thinking is based upon what they told you, you still in the system. You ain't freed yourself mentally first. You ain't freed your soul. The body don't perish. It's a skin suit. We've been swapping these things out forever. But once they trap your mind and your soul, that's when you keep coming back for the fuck shit.
Right.
This is the time to break the loop. They trying to change systems. This is the time to say no more systems.
Agreed.
So it don't matter if Trump gonna save you or you think the Democrats gonna save you. They can't even save themselves. How they gonna save you?
That's for darn sure. They scrambling.
Yeah, they done for, and they know it. I mean, it's nothing left for them to do but scramble. And in a way, people being in the House during this is a good thing. Because the Democrats are notorious for attacking crowded places just to distract people. You know, I know when I say hoax, it's not to say that people didn't get killed, but the event was staged.
Exactly. I know you know that.
Right. It wasn't some random person going in the club, shooting the club up.
Right.
It's not to say that people didn't die, but
exactly.
Somebody sent him in there to do that.
Absolutely. I know you know that, Brother Sean. But, you know, most people, that's not what they put out because they didn't heard on such and so's YouTube channel this, that, and the third. Oh, okay.
It's just the staging.
You get that, but most, exactly. Right. You get that, but most don't.
And the staging and the cover-up, y'all. That's what you got to be careful of. Don't misinterpret the facts. Just watch and see how everything play out.
Exactly. Because they're going to tell on themselves. They're going to tell on themselves that it always happens, and the Rona's cure is in the blood. It's literally in the blood. Anybody that has recovered, and now this is just my opinion, y'all. If you had the sniffles and coughs and stuff back up in November, December, I believe that was the 1.0 release then. And that first wave of people developed antibodies. Your body is an amazing thing. So it's going to develop the cure itself naturally, but that is if you are healthy. That's if you are healthy. If you know you have pre-existing conditions, or you know Big Mama and them, Papa and them got pre-existing conditions, they may not make it out of there. That's the point. So with this Rona stuff, it really should be a huge wake-up call for melanated people across the board. And for me, the main wake-up call is do your own research, make your own decisions, and furthermore, be prepared. Get your own vessel in order. Do not rely on others. And I say this all the time. You don't have to believe a damn thing that come up out my mouth. I promise you it would not hurt my feelings. None of that. I expect for you to do your research and make your own sound decisions. I was highly pissed and disappointed because the so-called conscious community immediately went, pulled other people's information, and did not do their due diligence. Now, me personally, I have ethics. I understand when you have platforms that I'm not going to put something across that could possibly put someone in harm's way. Now, that's just how I roll. That's how I roll. This should be a huge wake-up call for melanated people to get their shit in order. We have to learn to think for self and go within. This hive mentality and thinking, and we're going to get a little deeper in the next series on the dangers of hive mentality and thinking, got us in the fucked up disposition that we're in right now. And you are the bloodline of the ancient ones. You are not connecting to the ethers. You're not digging with self. The priorities are different. It's everything physical. Spiritual is on the last motherfucking totem pole when it should be flipped. Okay, so that's just my 2 cents again. I'll shut up.
That's it.
Uh-huh.
But make no doubt, it's also about the election coming up. They want to destroy Trump by any means.
Do you think it's going to be one? I don't even think we're going to get to that point.
I think it is, because some more things have to play themselves out.
And the reason... I'm sorry, go ahead, brother.
Everything ain't going to happen as quick as we want it to. Some chess matches have gone on for years. But it's not going to take years, though. It's
moving too fast. I know you know it. It's moving extremely fast.
Trump been tearing China ass up. He's been making them fork over billions. He's been taking properties from them. Everything. So
yeah, because they were setting them up to be the leader of the new system, right?
Yeah, that's what Obama and them was doing, because they was giving
exactly. It ain't gonna happen. Ain't none of that shit gonna happen. But yeah, I totally agree with you.
The Rothschilds and all them, they had set up shop over there in China. They was about to move all the gold over there. Everything. So I mean, that was going to be their new hub. That's why all the jobs was going to China. All the corporations and everything get moved over there. And he squashed all that by putting sanctions on them, making them give back money. They was giving the U.S. billions every month. They buying food from us and everything.
Well, you know that is the Mongolian Empire.
Yeah, I know. Mama didn't tell their ass up. Hey, shit growing up there.
Yeah, and she ain't done. She still ain't done. That's why they got their asses over in Africa. But go ahead, brother.
Exactly. I mean, Trump is just doing his part.
He's just following his orders.
Right. Whether or not they actually realize how much this can benefit us. The thing is, we have to see how much it can benefit us.
That's right.
And quit putting so much emotion into this shit, whether it's hating Trump or loving these cannibals.
Ooh, child.
Just take your emotions out of it. You're supposed to be saving your energy and your emotions for yourself and your blood.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Some people, I don't see people put the same energy into their own children.
They don't.
Into these politicians and celebrities.
They don't.
Especially. Yeah.
They don't. You and I both know that. Not only the politicians and celebrities, but just information in general.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, I was like, come on, y'all, come up off the bullshit. We done had these discussions before. You got to get your sweep around your own motherfucking doorstep first.
And accept the truth of who and what these people are.
Child, most ain't trying to do that.
Just because one of their own is exposing them, I don't care. I don't care who tell them. I don't care who bring this shit out in the open.
Exactly.
If it's the truth, it's the truth. I fuck with it. So
exactly.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I fuck with it. People can say, "Oh, you love Trump," or this, that, or the. I don't love that motherfucker. When did I say that? Did I vote for him? Do I vote for anybody?
Right.
I keep saying I want the entire system
gone. Yeah, you've been consistent on that across the board.
This is a movie. Everybody who watches a movie have favorite characters. For whatever reason, you pick a certain motherfucker to be your favorite character. You like what this motherfucker do. Whether it's a grimy motherfucker or whatever. Because if you didn't like grimy motherfuckers, Empire and shit like that wouldn't have went number one. Y'all love grimy motherfuckers.
And then the thing is, Brother Sean, even let's say if it's a good character, that's your boy, that's your girl, blah, 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 and then you find some dirt on them, motherfuckers will cut your throat. Not throat, white family, not throat. We country around here. Cut your motherfucking throat.
Right.
That ain't true. That ain't true about such and so, blah, blah. Nigga, it's on tape. That ain't him. Nigga, it's on tape. The motherfucker turned around and smiled and hummed his goddamn tune. That ain't him. Get the fuck on out of here. Grow up.
You funny.
I literally had to cuss somebody out coming in Moa's motherfucking inbox over some gates. I'm like, if you don't get your simple, old, motherfucking childish ass out my motherfucking inbox trying to defend some goddamn gates. This is the sickness that I have witnessed since Rona hit. Just the thought of Rona made motherfuckers lose their minds. They didn't raise their vibration. Them bitches lowered their vibration. And I'm not talking about the 95%. I'm talking about you motherfucking 5%ers. You bitches. You supposed to know better. You done studied this shit for years, and I stand what the fuck I said last week. It stands this week regarding me. I have seen disgusting motherfucking behavior. Because folks in their goddamn ego coming in people's box telling them what the fuck to believe. You don't know what the fuck. First of all, who the fuck is you? And stay out of my motherfucking airspace, period. Part. It's fucking childish. Because you want to talk about the chessboard? Bitch, you ain't supposed to be on the motherfucker. You ain't supposed to be the pawn, the knight, the rook, the king, the queen, the bishop. You're not supposed to be on that motherfucker. We are at the point that you are supposed to be raised above watching it. Now, I'm not talking about the 95%. I'm on the 5% motherfuckers right now. And I'm going to keep calling you out. It has been disgusting behavior. Get your shit together. Or get the fuck left behind. You said you want to change something? God damn it, now's your time to change it. Suit up. Get going. How much information you gonna pump before you motherfucking do some action? Suit up. Get going. You ain't got to worry about what nobody else think. None of that. Try to convince no motherfucker. Do you. Get going. So that's my go ahead on with the fuckery for the second week in a row. So I'm sorry. Go ahead on, Brother Sean, in case you want to put some more on it.
I'm good, sis.
Okay. All right. So I do have something. We talked, sis brought up Beetlejuice, and I think it's Indingeious. That's the quote, quote, official name of it. And then somebody dropped in the chat about Comet Atlas.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot what that movie Beetlejuice. I don't know where I came from.
No, that's what they nicknamed it. No, you didn't misspeak. Literally, that's the little star's little nickname. So we knew exactly what you was talking about because somebody in the chat room put the official name. No, you cool. That's literally its nickname.
Yeah, it's spelled Beetlejuice. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's the little nickname. We knew exactly what you were talking about. Now, Comet Atlas. Do you all know? I done took and told y'all. Nothing that they, and I'm putting they in quotation marks for you all, it's always a disclosure, family. So ain't none of this just sprung up out the motherfucking blue and sprang up on us. And especially the 5% that do the research. Y'all done seen most of this information for years. It's just coming into fruition, and we're going to talk about that in the next series. There's a reason why things are done that way. So in the next series, we're going to get into all of that. Because people think that even with these gigahertzes of the technology, family, it goes back further. None of them G's, none of that shit is new. None of it is new. We had these discussions about, there's nothing new under the sun. And I made the statement, and I borrowed it from Sis Offset, which she did an excellent job nailing that. Yeah, it ain't nothing new under the sun, because the old bloodlines ain't created a motherfucking thing. Just keep looping the bullshit. All right? So, Comet Atlas. Do y'all know that it is a movie that is scheduled? I don't think it's going to make it, y'all, to come out. It was scheduled to come out in June, called Greenland. All right, here's the synopsis of this movie. They got it all wrong. There's a ton of fragments. Planet killer, Woo, How about some apocalyptic disaster action to make things even scarier nowadays? The first trailer has debuted for an action movie titled Greenland. All right, so y'all know Greenland is up there by the Arctic. The latest film from stuntman turned director Rick Roman, shot caller Angel Has Fallen. So I guess that's another movie he done made. The mega disaster in the film involves a comet breaking into pieces, and these pieces striking Earth, causing complete devastation. The plot focuses on one family that must safely get to an underground bunker located in Greenland before a big piece destroys the entire planet. So starring Gerard Butler, Marina Baccarin, Scott Glenn, Andrew Bachelor, and David Denman. I'm a sucker for epic disaster movies, and yes, this delivers. Looks intense and thrilling, though now might not be the best time to release an apocalypse movie. Here is the first international trailer for Rick Roman's Greenland movie. All right. So you tried to, well, they put a disclaimer under the link saying the trailer has been removed at the request of the studio. Sorry, folks. So he gives a little bit more description. A detached married couple must get their son and themselves to safety after being randomly selected to enter an underground bunker as a massive object from space threatens to destroy the world in less than 48 hours. All right, we talked about that. Stick Films will release Greenland in the U.S. theaters everywhere starting this June. Although that may change with ongoing delays due to the pandemic. Stay tuned for updates. All right, so that was off of this site, firstshowing.net. Okay, so the point being, what I keep trying to say, and I consistently will keep saying, none of this is a surprise. They have disclosed all of this, and when we get into the next series, you're going to hopefully start to enter and understand how all of this truly is really a movie being played out and purposely being played out, and resets were being done and being done via controlling the vibratory rate of the planet, manipulating Mother Earth's Schumann resonance, because that, when you hear Schumann resonance, that is code for Mama Earth's vibration. So controlling her vibration to keep the realm and keep you at a certain vibratory state, so you couldn't flip the script on that shit. All right? So we're going to get deeper into that in the next series. So again, they was getting ready to release this motherfucking movie in June, and a couple of people had saw the trailer, and they said the little comet looked just like Atlas with the green tail coming behind it. So I can see them pulling it. So I think that this summer, it's going to be off the motherfucking chain, y'all. It is fin to be off the chain. It'll shock me if they lift the quote quarantine, because I think that UV radiation is going to stay in the highest possible levels. So when you see that pink sky, when you see that purple sky, purple is the highest. All right, and shout out to Brother Kalai. He has consistently been saying this and tying those colors back to the chakras. He is absolutely right. Okay, I believe, and he has said this also, that it is going to get even higher in the summer. It's going to be off the motherfucking chain because Mother Earth's frequency, that Hertz-Schumann resonance, aka vibration, she's not bullshitting with nobody. It's going higher and higher. And they're not going to be able to cool off her using, all this type of weather and this rain. I can only speak for up north. 1 minute you in your motherfucking flip-flops, about to break out the goddamn grill, finna kick it, you feeling good. Next day, you back to a winter coat. Because they're trying to cool this shit off. And I believe it's getting to the point by the summer, I'm concurring with Brother Kalai, this shit finna be a straight up rap. And shout out to Rap the News because he was the first, him and Kalai, Brother Kalai, were the first two talking about that red oxide dust being associated with the activity in the sky. Both of them. And Rap the News is tied to his religion. And I got to give a shout out to him because he knew what the fuck was going on. He knew exactly what the fuck was going on. He associated from his teachings and what he taps into to know where we were. Brother Kalai knew exactly and knows exactly where the fuck we are and what it's really shaken down. Right? So that is why I am so passionate, family, about us being serious about going within. That's where the show is. It's going within because as mama raising, you fucking supposed to be raising. Because if you ain't raising, yeah, you gonna get sick. You gonna get sick. Rona, whatever the fuck you want to call it. 5G, 10G, whatever the fuck you want to manifest. Oh yeah, it's gonna hit you. It's gonna hit you. And even those that are in tune, we feel the energy rapidly coming in. And you be feeling like you finna crawl up the motherfucking walls with so much energy. That's how fast mama is moving. All right? So again, everything that you are witnessing has already been disclosed. Everything has already been disclosed. You ancient ones with the bloodline, this is your time to come online. And I'm not here to advocate for you to be personally motherfucking linking up with me to do a motherfucking thing, join no group to do a motherfucking thing. I'm not advocating none of that. What I'm advocating is for you to do you and get on your shit. Because you are a walking universe within yourself. Absolutely, Purple Pill. The frequency includes your mouth. Absolutely. Everything in this realm has a frequency. Yes, sir.
I think those quote-unquote comets and newer planets, which really aren't new.
I agree.
It's actually energy centers.
Yes.
Ancestral energy.
Thank you, Brother Sean. Absolutely.
And that's the macrocosm
Absolutely.
of what's going on inside of us as we're upgrading. Other energy centers are coming online. Our strands of DNA are going up. So in order for those to go up, it's unveiling or pulling through other inner dimensions within inside of you.
Absolutely.
For the necessary energy for you to make this leap, if you're willing. Other than that, this energy is gonna kill you. It's gonna drive you fucking crazy.
Yes,
you're gonna lose your mind if you don't know how to balance it out. That's why, like they showed you in Black Lightning, he had to have that suit in order to balance out his energy, or he'd burn himself up. Everything has to be in balance. There's nothing new. You either slide up the higher scale too far, or you go down the lower scale too far.
Mm-hmm.
And all they've done is took us down the lower scale. And it's not so much that they took us. We voluntarily, happily went.
Sure did.
Proclaiming to be slaves and every goddamn thing, saying we supposed to suffer this, that, or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Boss, is we sick and all that old sick ass shit.
Indeed, Brother Sean. Thank you so much for saying that, because what we're saying, family, yes, Deep H2O, in the beginning, there was the word. Absolutely. Everything is sound frequency. Absolutely. What we are saying, family, and those of you that are familiar with the chakras, which are energy centers, and we did a show on this. You can go back in the archives and view it. Each one of your chakras is its own little planet, all right? But they're really energy centers. The chakras, the 7 chakras, are associated with the planets, what they're calling planets, but they're essentially, like Brother Sean said, they're energy centers within what they are calling our solar system. All right? Here's the thing. Your crown chakra, which represents, I think your crown is like the deep purple. Okay? You getting what I'm saying? I opened up the show on Blog Talk with the sky was all purple, people running everywhere. Told you that you're going to see the sky being purple. You're going to see the sky being pink. Those are the UV radiation, which also all of your chakras have an associated color. Those colors vibrate all color, all spectrum of light, because you are spectrums of light that have manifested into physical matter. But you resonate with a frequency aura. And depending on how you vibrate is the color of your energy aura, which can be seen under ultraviolet light. Okay? But each one of your energy chakras has a vibrational spin to it and an associated color to it. All right? So you were supposed to be mastering how to manage that light, that spectrum of light, those chakras, those energy centers within your physical vessel. All right? spin them in harmony. Okay? Now, here's where we at. Brother Sean just dropped some true jewels on you. The next series, we finna get into that even more and tie all of the AI, the 5G. We finna bring the motherfucking house down. Next series, all right? What he just stated, this new solar system that we're seeing, Planet 9 and all that jazz, he is absolutely right. It's not new, okay? It's just coming into the particular realm. Absolutely, Deep H2O. Words are worlds without the L. Exactly. Without the letter L is what you're trying to say. So what Brother Sean is saying, it's true. You can associate that. So as the ancient solar systems are coming into play, and there is even right next to that ancient solar system even more energy. So just imagine, I talked about the chakras, 7 chakras lying to the 7 planets. Once you get to that crown chakra, there are other energy centers. Those other energy centers are representing those ancient planets that are coming in our solar system. That's bringing you back online. But I'm going to tell you how deep that is, because that just gets you back to a couple of lifetimes ago. That just gets you back to the 25,960 something and change cycle. This the shit. This is why this is so big, and most of you all that are here now, and especially that are tapped into this information, you are going to witness and have access to even energy centers beyond the ancient one. So I'm sorry, yeah, go ahead, Brother Sean.
Just to revisit that red iron oxide dust, you know how they make it, right?
No, go into that. I know you said something about the little 9/11, and you gave the official name, but no, can you please go into that for the family?
They actually take the rust off of iron and take it through a process, and then make it into a dust. Now, if you take all the so-called technological structures, you know, like the buildings with iron beams and all types of metal that rust.
Right.
You have all these different weather patterns stripping it from off of there. It's a water planet, so it gets absorbed into the water, taken up into the clouds. They're manipulating the weather. Mama counteracting what they're doing. And all that stuff is just flying in the air.
Right.
Now, it's not hurting Mama. But the fact that you built some shit that shouldn't have been built
in the first GD place, right?
And all the lives that you took to clear that space, to make that. Now your little technology is coming back to haunt you.
Yep.
Everything that you did to Mama and her babies.
That's right.
Not just people, insects, animals, trees, flowers, everything.
Absolutely.
All of her children, everything that's indigenous to her. All the crimes that you committed against her.
Absolutely.
You got to pay for.
Absolutely.
And to me, that's what makes all of this interesting about them
Indeed.
now trying to be accountable. Now, when they was trying to impeach Trump,
dry snitching on each other and shit. But I'm sorry, go ahead, Brother Sean.
They wanted him to tell on himself. You know, be honest, just tell the truth. No one's above the law. When have they told on themselves?
Exactly.
How many emails got deleted? How many people committed suicide by shooting themselves in the back of the head 16 times?
Child. Don't say the name because I don't feel like motherfucking restarting these feeds.
Right.
They need to do their own goddamn research. I don't feel like restarting these feeds. So y'all should know who we talking about. If you don't, do the research.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so now they're talking about accountability as far as with the children and the human trafficking, this, that, or the other. But throughout this whole process, nobody's talking about the crimes committed against Mama and her children.
Nope.
So, I mean, while they're sitting up playing law and order on a microcosmic scale, Mama got some macro for that ass.
Got big time. Big time. No, thank you, Brother Sean. No, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Until they come all the way in, if they ever get the chance to. I mean, they're not really being remorseful for any fucking thing they did. They still trying to keep everything. They just trying to make you feel better about
trying
them being
to switch
in
it
control.
up. Exactly.
You know, I'm not gonna rule with an iron hand. You know, I'm gonna cut back on taxes, this, that, and other. I'm gonna cut y'all all types of breaks.
Exactly. I mean, I'm gonna give you your motherfucking rotating check every month, all of that.
But the point is, if you're indigenous to the planet, you ain't supposed to be paying for shit. You ain't supposed to be working for nobody motherfucking corporation.
Nope.
While we're still working, we're indentured servants.
1,000% agree.
You can't own shit. You got to keep paying taxes on it. You stop paying the taxes, they're going to take that shit.
Exactly.
They take taxes out your check right off the motherfucking ripple. If they don't, I mean, you just didn't cut some type of deal.
Right.
Flat out. Oh, I filled out my paperwork. I said I done the UCC, this, that. You cut a deal.
And it ain't like they honoring that.
Exactly. I ain't saying shit. They just taking my shit.
Yep.
And I don't give a fuck because it wasn't mine anyway.
Right.
That's their shit. They made that.
Right.
Into the Bible, remember, he said, give Caesar his coins, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. When Caesar wanted his taxes, your God said to pay your taxes, so just chill about your taxes. Y'all was already told you got to pay your taxes to Caesar. And Caesar's still running shit.
Right,
so
and by default... Now, by default, if I ain't agreed with none of that motherfucking shit, don't that make me a prisoner of war, or am I just making this shit up?
No, we've been strong on.
Yeah, my ancestors didn't agree with it. I for sure damn sure don't agree with it, and you're on my shit, that makes me a prisoner of war.
Yeah, we've been colonized.
So I'm supposed to be happy about what now? That Trump card and them doing? What stimulus, emulus, package XYZ and them supposed to cut?
Mm-hmm.
Who did what to whom on the corporation side? I'm supposed to be happy about that. Why? But like you said, Brother Sean, ain't ne'er. White family, that means none. Ain't ne'er. None of them mention about Mother Earth. And that's what it's truly about. It's about Mother Earth and you. They fighting over who can control the quote reset. Let's be clear about what the reset really is. It is about resetting who's going to control the realm, Mother Earth and her people. Only difference is this time ain't going to end like they think it's going to end. Because Mother Earth is far from bullshitting with their asses. And trust and believe, they know. They ain't putting out these movies. Avenger them was about y'all motherfucking monk asses. All them superhero movies were about you. Okay? They already know what's going to shake down. So they fighting over who can make it look good to get your consensus. Like I said last week, I am talking about your soul consciousness. That's what I'm speaking on. So you 5%ers, you should know what's up. Get on your shit. Because the power is not in the physical. The power is in the spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brother Sean.
And that's a feud between bloodlines.
Agreed.
We so worried about their bloodline that we don't even focus on ours.
Mm-mm.
At least they fighting for theirs. We ain't even learned that from them. Right or wrong, them son of bitches.
Point.
Right or wrong, them son of bitches fight to the bitter end. You ain't getting a goddamn thing from them. They don't care if they stole it. This they country now, goddamn it, and I will fight God his goddamn self for this country.
Gee, who you telling?
I'm an American.
You know, you always say that there was a melanated people behind the scenes, and I saw a picture of Henry Kissinger. I almost fell out.
Is his ass still living?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, how the fuck he still living? Go ahead, sis.
You know that.
Yeah, I know how, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you know I know, but I'm just saying.
I saw a picture of him. I looked at him. So my grandmother, she was light-skinned chick. And when she died, she looked like a white woman, right? And I said, who's that woman? But Kissinger was always light-skinned, right? And now he's looking melanated.
I ain't seen his ass in fucking decades. I thought he had kicked the bucket, but anyhow.
So as he ages, he's getting darker. And I'm thinking to myself, is he one of the ones that she was talking about behind the scenes, manipulating this crap?
No, he still ain't behind the scene. Anybody you see in the public ain't motherfucking behind the scenes. Now, they may have a higher rank than those officers of the corporation, but he ain't behind the scenes.
My other option is he taking the melanin shots? I know he ain't doing no
people. He eating people. He taking adrenochrome. I mean, what do you mean? What is he doing?
Exactly.
He probably got black organs in him and every goddamn thing.
He's turning dark. And I'm saying, But see, that's what they want us for, is to feed off of us more than not. And they want to regenerate because that Henrietta Frick was it? Where she proved by her death that we live a long time.
Henrietta Lacks, because they literally used her cells to create vaccine. A bunch of shit for important medical research, which is why I said Rona, folks that had Rona and survived, they already got the fucking vaccine in their blood.
Yeah.
But very, very good point, sis, because, obviously she had a strong bloodline if they was able to spin off that much medical research and didn't give her family a fucking dime. Don't quote me on this. I don't think they even had her permission.
Oh, they did.
Her family permission. Okay, good. I didn't think so. I didn't think they had her family's permission. But family, what I'm trying to get to is this whole notion of what they gonna do. It didn't already happen. They've been feeding off of you. Don't think that they got to knock you in the motherfucking head to feed. They already feeding off of you. They're feeding off of your energies, your thoughts, your emotions. That's what parasites do. They don't kill the motherfucking host. They feed off of the host.
It's written that they would sell your organs and stuff, and it's written in the Apocrypha that they took out. You know how they separated I don't know that. They separate books out of the Bible they don't want you to know about.
Yeah.
And it's in the book of Baruch that they're going to sell your organs. Yep. Kill you and sell your organs and traffic you and all that kind of stuff. It's in there.
Right. And we know that they're doing all that. I'm going to say again, let's be clear. You do not have to be laying on a motherfucking coroner's table to be fed off of. You just don't. That's what the movie Matrix, it laid it out pretty fucking clear what's really going on. And we'll get more into that in the next series. We're talking about programs that's set up for you to plug in via your energy for these fucking parasites to keep feeding on. They cannot survive without feeding. The motherfucking TV series V, which I didn't know that came out originally in the 70s. And
yeah, I remember it.
I don't remember that, Brother Sean. I swear I don't remember V.
Robert Englund was in it.
I do not remember that from the... Damn, I don't remember that when we was growing up in the 70s. Now, I remember the one that they came out with, was it the late 90s? As soon as that shit was getting good, they snatched that motherfucker off the air. Now, Morris Donaldson, shout out to him, speaks on that. But they showed you in motherfucking V. They showed you. And when they redid it up in the 90s, I want to say the late 90s, soon as it got good, when they start talking about that motherfucking queen, the queen of that hive, they snatched that motherfucker off the air. So let's be clear. Do not think that they trying to kill you to feed off of you. They are already feeding if you allow them to. That's what we are supposed to be getting. That's what we are supposed to know at this point. You supposed to have been like Neo and Morpheus in them and unplugged that motherfucking feeding tube from out of the back of your medulla oblongata. And they didn't put that shit in the movie just to be fucking putting it there. They're telling you and giving you disclosure what is being done to you on a spiritual level. Because that medulla oblongata is the motherfucking 33rd degree. And to get to the higher realms, you got to raise up your energy, i.e. vibration, to hit the crown chakra. That's what you 5%er. I'm not talking about the 95%. I'm talking about you 5%. You are supposed to know that at this point. You're supposed to be unplugged. You're supposed to know at this point that you ain't even supposed to make the same mistakes that Neo fucking made by accepting other programs in their matrix, by fighting them, by being on the motherfucking board. And Morpheus, get it? Morpheus, he was really the ancient one. He was really supposed to be doing the work. But what was supposed to happen, what they showed you in Avenger, you supposed to be goddamn like Thanos. Bitch, fuck all of y'all. Snap. Over with. That's the point you are supposed to be. And to be at that point, that means fuck a system, fuck a stimulus check, fuck what they allegedly and supposedly gonna do to you. Because you are the author and creator of your own shit. That's where we're supposed to be. We had the 90s. Bobby Hemmett, shout out to Bobby Hemmett. Shout out to the one brother. What was the one brother that broke down about the gatekeepers, the boule, rest in power to that? Coakley. Shout out to Brother Coakley. He gave you that information. Stephen Coakley. Shout out to that brother, rest in power. Dr. Dilbert Blair. He laid out the motherfucking metaphysics for you. Now, all this fucking around with still regurgitating information, you're supposed to be fucking past that. Yeah, Steve Coakley. Yeah, Steve Coakley gave you the playbook on gatekeepers and all that shit. Brother Bobby Hemmett was so motherfucking cold with his shit, and I ain't never had the pleasure to see his lectures in person. I just got the YouTube videos in the motherfucking 2000s, and that shit was 10 years old then.
That's why he was so fucking.
Yeah, oh damn, Brother Sean, damn. I know you got some fire stuff. So he laid out for you what the fuck is happening now. If you follow his work, he was going into like all of the different deities and playing around in them realms and kicking it with the deities and ciphering energy. And as he started moving up his motherfucking vibration and going through the motherfucking realms, he got to the point where he said, fuck all of that. Don't none of that shit mean nothing no more. The realm that told me I can't help you, all them deities told him, I can't help you with a motherfucking thing. I'm so weak. So he already done took and told y'all. Ain't no need you looking at that past shit. That shit is dead. Dr. Dilbert Blair, he told y'all about the different realms, about the different beings, how they come in and out dimensions. He told you about the motherfucking two suns. And he said, really, it's more than that, but you're going to start seeing them coming in the realms. He told you before he transitioned that we're going to move very fast. It's going to be like you're going from kindergarten to graduate school at a very rapid pace. Family, we motherfucking in graduate school right now. Matter of fact, you should have graduated. You should have your motherfucking PhD. That's where we are. So all of this business, they trying to kill me, to cipher my energy. Well, goddamn it, they've been ciphering your energy for how many cycles? For thousands of motherfucking years? You're in the knowing. Kindergarten shit is over with. Now, unless you want to experience another cycle, you know, go with them with the fuck shit, with the AI, that's your business. Let's be clear. And I'm talking about the 1%.
Hey, sis.
Go ahead, Brother Sean.
But according to quote-unquote scripture,
you know I'm not good with that, but go ahead, Brother Sean.
Their New Deal is just supposed to see Lucifer put away for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
And if you trapped in a 26,000-year cycle.
Well, I'll be the church lady. I got my motherfucking fan, Brother Sean. Well, go ahead.
And you're only going to have 1,000 years of peace.
Tell it, Pastor. Take your time. Take your time, Pastor.
But Brother Pastor, he's here first.
That other
Take your time.
1,000 years.
Take your time.
Gonna be like.
Tell it, Pastor.
He didn't promise you heaven for 26,000 years. He promised you Lucifer would be put away for 1,000. So for 25,000, he's
tell
gonna
it
be
now. Go, Pastor. Take your time. Exactly.
Hey, wait a minute now. Nobody done told you that Lucifer's been here for a long time already. They keep saying he's coming.
Well, Lucifer's divine feminine energy is what Lucifer is. And
well, we ain't got that
away
here.
From her. Oh, she here.
I mean, it's not
don't you see what Mama doing? Is that feminine energy? What is?
They're trying to stop. Because Lucifer is in control of this planet. And I think if he ain't, the Satan, excuse me, let me not use that name.
Right. Get your deity straight now. Get it straight.
Yeah, everybody looking for some bad man. You living with him every day you wake up in this joint. That's the problem that our people don't understand. You know, that they're looking for the bad, and they live in it right now. I mean, you got these celebrities that never age because they're using your cells to stay alive and young looking. So,
I'm sorry, go ahead, sis.
No, they got Celine Dion has a $48 cult favorite. A cult favorite? Okay. Now, how come they chose?
She looks like shit. Let's be clear. I don't give a fuck what she allegedly and motherfucking behind the scenes taking. She looks like shit.
But now
she literally looks like the Walking Dead. Like you can push her the fuck on over. Just had a coffin prepped up and push that bitch over.
I know,
she looks horrible.
They all do.
Yeah, true that, Sean.
Hmm? Yeah,
they all look like that. You seen them on Twitter? They all look.
Now,
horrible.
see, you know, I ain't no. Yeah, I'm not a Twitter person. It don't surprise me. Yeah, that's what everybody say. I'm like, shit.
They be live and raw on there. I mean, you catch it all raw. You see them saying it shit they damn self. It be coming out. They be their words.
Damn, yeah, that's what I heard.
And they be doing videos and everything, so you see them saying this shit.
Right, but don't it make sense if they're looking bad? Because Mama Earth ain't fucking around.
Exactly. That's why I'm enjoying it.
She ain't fucking around.
I'm enjoying looking at these motherfuckers being miserable.
Absolutely, but I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brother Sean.
And if they just want to blame Trump for it, I mean, Trump ain't got the power, and the people behind him ain't got the real power.
Nope.
Mama can shut it all down in 5 minutes.
Exactly. Absolutely. She can Thanos all of our motherfucking monk asses, and that's her right. I done said that from the ref. She tell me, bitch, you gotta go. All right, Mama, hey, it's this your shit. Whatever you say.
But Mama,
but I'm pure energy. I goes to fuck somewhere else. But go ahead on, Brother Sean.
But Mama so cold, ain't there always survivors?
True that.
She pick and choose who she wants to stay.
Absolutely. I keep saying she got the last word.
That's if you in tune with her. If you ain't, you gotta go. I mean, to me, it's like when you eat something. That which is beneficial to you is absorbed into your body.
Absolutely.
All the rest come out as a clump of shit.
Right.
You got to let go of everything you don't need. Same with information. Grab what you need from it and let the rest of that bullshit go. If it ain't pertinent and relevant to you, if it's not growing your soul, if it's not helping you, let that shit go.
Agreed.
That's simple. I mean, why stress yourself about shit that ain't got nothing to do with you? That's why we keep telling you, get off the chessboard. Just watch what the fuck going on. Because they fighting over your shit.
Yeah, they are.
So,
and I'm sorry, Brother Sean, go ahead.
Let them fight while we get ourselves together. Everybody
get yourself together.
Their part. They doing what they naturally do, fight. They've been fighting each other forever. It's not like they just started fighting each other.
Right.
We done already told y'all that they enslaved each other. Every goddamn thing.
Yep.
They enslaved everything. Them zoos that y'all like to go to, those are enslaved animals.
Yes, they are.
These motherfuckers enslave everything and make profit off of it.
Sure
Slavery is commerce. Period.
Yep.
These motherfuckers even got insect museums.
Stinking asses. Even the animals been happy since humans had they funk asses in the house. That's a goddamn shame that the animals can finally come out and have some motherfucking peace. It's a shame.
It's this. Earlier today, I'm driving, and some ducks and some geese in the middle of the road. I wait till they go past, and blow the horn to try and rush them on. One looked back at me like, nigga, ain't you supposed to be in the house?
I know. These animals, literally, I was going to switch out a reef on my front door, switch it to the spring one, and I went to take it down, and this mama bird had built a nest in it, and she does it every year. But I was late switching out the reef because usually she builds it in my spring one. And I was like, dang, bird. So I had it. I set it on the ground. I was thinking where to put it. And I said, you know what? Put that motherfucking reef back. She been coming here. Matter of fact, this could be one of her children from last year. Put that motherfucker back. Let her run her cycle. And you go and sit the fuck down somewhere. So I was literally out catching the sun rays, chilling on the front porch. And all of a sudden, I see the mama bird sitting on the roof, which was close to the reef, looking at me like, bitch, if you don't get the fuck on so I can go and sit on my babies, you better. And I looked over at her. I said, my bad. I have been out here a long time. Let me take my raglass in the house. As soon as I went in the house, she went and did her thing. So you're absolutely right. It is sickening that the animal, ain't nobody had no peace. Ain't nobody had no peace while these parasites been roaming. I'm sorry, go ahead, sis.
But on the other hand, as melanated people, if we take time, you could communicate with the animals better than you used to be able to communicate with them. You know,
absolutely.
I can walk through a swarm of bees, and they don't even bother me.
Yeah, because you can literally, because it was this wasp thought that she was going to set up a nest, and I told her, look, now I'm not for that bullshit. You're not going to set up this nest on my motherfucking porch. I need to walk in and out of here. You're going to have to go somewhere with that shit. And sure enough, the wasp went on about its business. So, yeah, absolutely.
And communicate with them. My dog is you know how he used to just, now he's so loving. I'm like, what's wrong with you?
But in your dog's defense, it was something that either when we were saying the dog was motherfucking agreeing with, because literally we would hit a point and your dog would chime in. And the dog knew what the fuck he was doing. That was his point. He was putting something on it.
That's funny. Yeah, on my foot trying to bite it. But now he's so loving and so kind right now. I said, what is wrong with you? He just want a hug. I'm like, okay. I must have some sugar on me or something. But, because our frequency is elevating to their frequency, what I'm trying to say.
Right, and their frequency is rising too.
Yeah.
The animal's frequency is rising also. And but I do just want to go back to what Pastor Banks was saying earlier. Let me get my fan, y'all. Wait a minute. Let me get my fan. I'm finna give my testimony. I just want to tell you, Pastor, that what you just said, I just got to reiterate and give a testimony. Because what he just said, now I'm talking to the 95% now that know that Bible backwards and forwards, up and down. It's written in there that the entity, the beast, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is finna be locked up for 1,000 years. So you only gonna get a motherfucking 1,000 years worth of peace. And then it's right back over again. We done took and told y'all how time is calculated is not accurate. Things happen on cycles. So while you have been trained to look at things on a yearly basis, on 400 years, I told y'all and I'm telling you again, they're planning in the thousands. every time you hit that 1,000 mark, spiritual shifts happen. Prince didn't make motherfucking 1999 just to be motherfucking making it. That was right before another cycle that was being ushered in. That 2000 mark. Okay? What we are telling you is the real boss players, the real boss motherfucking players, they go beyond the 1,000. 1,000, okay, you getting somewhere. 3,600, woo! All right now we talking. Because now you're getting into the vibratory shift. How's that frequency going to be in that 3,600-year cycle? When you get to the big mamma jamma, that 25,965, oh, goddamn now. That's when you soar. Because all of those gateways, click, 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 line the fuck up. That's what you're in right now, family. The 2000s was the start of that 25,960 and something change cycle lining up. That you are literally witnessing it. So now you can be in the amen section, like Pastor Banks said, and kick it while you let the parasite deity be locked up for 1,000 motherfucking years until it's unleashed again. What they are talking about, family, is the lower vibrational realms. And even the 7 realms, we done talked about this before, the 7 realms, that shit is still low. That 7 realms represent the physical matter. Mother allows you to have. When you get into the 25,600 or 25,960 and some change, you're transcending, being able to take your matter beyond those 7, being able to replicate your matter in other realms. Yes, sir.
And if you really think about it, the beast only gonna get 1,000 years. The beast is immortal and knows it's immortal. Mm-hmm. So 1,000 years really ain't shit.
Ain't shit. Shit.
But if you, a quote unquote devout Christian, fuck up, you going to hell forever. You never
ain't that some
get
shit? Now you just cracked the code for them. You just cracked the code. Now I'm just finna reiterate, because that was some motherfucking fire what he just said. So Pastor Banks just said, I can't even put pastor on him. Fuck all that. Because he was in divineness on that. He just cracked the code for y'all ass. So you means to tell me, according to the Hebrew God, that motherfucker that's been calling all of the drama, so you say, you gonna lock him up just for 1,000 motherfucking years? Just for 1,000? But if I don't listen to what the fuck you say, I'm gonna be stuck in hell forever? Forever? Forever, ever? that lining up? That logically doesn't make sense. When the trick of the matter is you are in hell.
That's not the Hebrew God, Christian God.
I don't give a fuck if you want to say Hebrew, Brebrew, what the fuck ever.
Yeah, that's a Christian God.
I'm not going to go there with you. I say Hebrew and Christian.
All right.
Because if you putting Hebrew up out of that book, I'm only going by what that book says.
That's
but the point
of
exactly. But you already in hell because those deities have tricked you to worship something outside of self. And I won't even say trick you. You volunteered to worship something outside of self and break your connection with Mother to worship them. So they created the concept of time. They created the construct of what script you're going to follow. And I'm going to give you these scripts in these different texts to play it out. And to make you believe when these apocalypse come into play, that you being released, but I can only lock dude them up for 1,000 years. Where the truth of the matter is, fuck them and fuck all of that. You don't have to follow that script. Exactly, Scotty. Taking your own science that we taught, then using it against us. Absolutely.
And you can look
Absolutely.
at that another way that says, it's like, all right, he said he created everything good and evil. So considering they always think that they have to go through trials and tribulations, they willingly accept the 25,000 years of hell to prove themselves worthy.
Worthy. Ain't that some bullshit? Exactly.
I mean, the psychosis behind it, the power. I mean, maybe he just gonna chill for 1,000 years because he gonna been and ate that good. Behind all these holocausts and the end time and all this fear.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's well motherfucking fed. Exactly.
And give your monkey ass time to energize and make it to the astral realm on the regular, this, that, or the other, and think that you did something. Then in 1,000 years, he just started feeding up your ass again after you woke up right again.
Exactly, because you never went beyond the 7 realms to tap into unlimitless or limitless, or however the fuck you want to phrase it.
Realm.
Exactly. You never made it to the soul realm.
Just the astral plane.
Absolutely. Just the astral plane. Yep.
And that's within the matrix. That's why all of them know about it and talk about it.
That's right.
And they've been talking about it since the 60s and 70s. You know, like people like Alan Watts and people like that who've been talking about it.
Absolutely.
They know who we are.
Yep.
They know what we're capable of.
Yep.
And they know how to stop us from achieving that. They ain't created nothing. Whether you talk
Not
about a disease, a virus, or anything, all of those things already exist within inside of us. It's
Absolutely.
just a matter of bombarding it with lower frequencies.
Exactly.
Your natural balance.
Exactly.
That's why we keep telling you it's about the frequencies. That's why they tell you all the specifics of the things that they're, quote unquote, about to attack you with, so that you do the damage to yourself. Because they tell you what the symptoms of 5G is going to be, just like they told you what the symptoms of every other technology was going to be. But then we come to find out that it's not necessarily detrimental to us. It's detrimental to them. That's why they have to vaccinate us, the very thing that all of this is trying to push us to.
Exactly.
Because we've overcome everything, every disease or virus that they've thrown at us.
Mm-hmm.
We stay trapped into it because we keep giving it power. We keep letting ourselves resonate at those lower frequencies, or be weak enough to let ourselves be bombarded with it. And still not realizing that it's an act of war. Y'all still looking for peace with these people, or whatever they are. They smiling in your face and constantly attacking you. They even mating with you. And not out of love, because some white women have been interviewed and said that they do it simply because they want their child to have a better shot in life.
Yep, sure do. Sure did.
But y'all are all in love with it, and they just using you.
Well, when you said that, Brother Sean, you know what song popped in my head? What they do, they smile in your face all the time. Right. They want to take your place, the backstabbers. Exactly. Absolutely.
They're more into science than we are, and they learn science from us.
From us, absolutely.
They trying to figure out how to survive here.
Yep.
Period. That's not something we have to figure out. That should tell you something right there. Just looking at everything in the natural environment. Yep. That's why you should be willing for this system to go. For all of this shit to just collapse, technology, all of these punk-ass businesses to close while y'all worried about whether or not your boss gonna have a job for you, this, that, or the other. Usually you hate that white motherfucker, and you really don't even want to go to work. But now all of a sudden you worried about whether or not your boss got a job. Niggas acting like they upset about being off work and didn't want to go in the first place.
Right, was just wait a minute though. Was just calling off prior to my fucking Rona.
Right.
Was just calling off on Friday and my fucking Monday. Exactly. You ain't lied on that. You ain't lied on that. Right, because your change is messed with.
Yeah, I got to pay my bills. Shit. I ain't got my hair done. Because you know motherfuckers in the house looking raggedy.
Shit, they better sit. Take that motherfucking weave out. This your opportunity. Right. Wash that motherfucking shit up. Grease that motherfucking shit and twist it and set your ass down. Like Big Mama say. Not sit. White family, it's not sit. It's set your motherfucking ass down. Twist your hair, put that motherfucking exactly. Put your motherfucking scarf on and keep it pushing. So, take this opportunity. Yeah, you saving some money anyway. You ain't got to worry about ling them doing your motherfucking toes and motherfucking nails, all that shit. Sit your ass down and get in tune.
Ain't nobody about to see you gonna be sitting in the house.
Exactly. Give your hair that break and get some motherfucking rays on that shit so you can activate. Now's your time, family. Now when you supposed to be in your shit going self. And I didn't wake up out the bed and start talking about this shit. I've been talking about this shit since I've been on the air. Matter of fact, Brother Wendell, shout out to him. He told you to get your motherfucking extra pack of drugs. All of that. Your motherfucking dry beans, rice, water, all that. We've been saying this shit. Get your shit together. The flip side of them, I'm doing a quotation mark, them telling you what to do, at a minimum, if you're going to follow it, you should really be reflecting on, but goddamn, now let me figure out what I really need. Let me figure out what's important. This shit should be so motherfucking deep to you that you figure out, oh, you mean to tell me that I can teach my own children? Yeah. Because they never was supposed to be in that motherfucking school like that, no way. Oh, you mean to tell me that I really could go out in the backyard and put some seeds in the dirt and make shit grow? Yeah. At a minimum, that's what you're supposed to be focusing on. Sweep around your own doorstep. Nobody's going to do that for you. So very good point. Very good point. Okay, we have 310 in the call queue. So let me come to you, 310. 310,
Hi.
your line is open. Peace and love.
Peace and love. Hello, family. I've been listening to you guys for a long time, and I always wanted to say something. I'm like, no, they got it. But you guys is right on. I'm a Southern girl. I grew up in Mississippi, and when I first moved to like the North, I couldn't wrap my head around buying nobody fruits and vegetables.
I know you couldn't.
My grandmother, they had plenty, and then we got plums off the plum tree, the pecan trees, and I'm like, how am I gonna pay for this stuff? So some people, there's a lot of people that hasn't waken up. And then when I have to work in a corporate job, I'm like, who told them how much I was worth an hour? You know?
It's
like, oh, I'm going to give you $5, $10. I feel like, hey, you should have been paying me thousands of dollars an hour, because for my knowledge, expertise that I bring to you, and I'm working for you.
Exactly.
And you down on where? In some Cayman Islands or somewhere floating around and having Mai Tais and golfing and stuff, and I'm making you money. You know?
Exactly.
Oh, my God. Yes, and people have, I've been woke a long time. When I came out of Mississippi, I'm like, no, I just can't see this as being a dream. And I had to go, I was like, oh my goodness, where, I had to go inward. And I was like, no, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
It just don't make sense. It just didn't make any sense to me to be slaving for somebody. And then for a piece of paper that they print their name on and say you indebted and it's not worth anything. And people fight over it. I mean, a piece of paper. Come on now. Where is
kill over it?
Yes. It has no backing. It don't have nothing but just. I always say I can put my name on that piece of paper in my face, and I wonder if I could pass it out and go take it to the store. But it
has a hell of a lot more value. And
a shout out to Brother Sean there. He was right on with the corporation, all that stuff that he says. He bringing it because you know what, and Sister Sandra. But it's crazy, and we have the energy. We have the energy to bring this whole thing down.
Absolutely.
And people running out here saying, "Oh, I want to go vote for this. I'm gonna vote for that," and they fighting over who they're going. I'm not voting for nobody. I don't need you. God created me. I am not. You are not my God. And I always felt they said the Pope said he was a God. I told him he's not my God. I ain't care about the Pope. I'm not going to look for the Pope. When people come and they follow the Pope and the Queen, I don't care nothing about them. They done stole everything that belongs to me and put their name on it. And I'm going to give them the time of day? No. You need to return my stuff.
Indeed.
So that's where I'm at. But thank you for letting me vent. Because
thank you. Thank you, sis. Peace and love unto you.
Peace and love.
Wholeness and power.
Love you guys.
Okay. Love you too, sweet pea. Okay, peace and love.
Okay, peace and love. I'm the one not come in to say anything, but I know it's true, and I always been very shy when I was younger. But I'm like, no, I got to go say something today. I've been listening to
you did an excellent job. Yeah. So keep coming back, and you put something on it. Okay, peace and love, sis.
Love you guys.
Love you too, sis. I thought that was her because I knew I would see that 310 come in the queue, and I'm like, okay, 310, you didn't mean to press 1 to get in the queue, but sis, you get up in the queue and put something on it. Because the youngins, I'm talking to my millennials and the Zs, they don't know nothing about that life. They don't know nothing about the life from the southern side and even in the north that used to be done. We weren't that dependent on stores and all that bullshit. But the youngins don't know that because they didn't have the fortune like we did of having a big mama.
Yeah, to learn and stuff.
Big mama didn't motherfucking play that.
Biscuits and processed foods and all that kind of stuff. We made everything.
Exactly. What came out of the garden, all that leftover vegetables and shit, that motherfucking shit didn't go to waste. It was canned.
That's right.
In the mason jars. Fruit and all. So get in that queue, sis. Get in that queue and tell it like it is. We have gotten so far away from that as indigenous people. And we have to enter and overstand and take accountability and ownership of the state of mama, because we are the caretakers. So we can't keep sitting up blaming it on them. When we motherfucking sleep at the wheel with our goddamn legs crossed, because we want to twerk and shit. You got grandmothers out there squazzed up. White family. Squazzed means squeezed. Squazzed up in a motherfucking tight-ass outfit. You a grandmother still motherfucking gyrating. We have gotten so far away from Mother Earth, which hence puts us far away from self. So us as the elders, let me break down for you motherfuckers what an elder is. Because I'm finna get on the X generation, my generation, you motherfuckers that want to still be cute. So the fuck what you don't look like Big Mama did when she was in her mid-40s and 50s, all of that jazz. Most of you motherfuckers are grandparents. Yep, I'm calling you out. I'm showing the fuck calling you out. You grandparents. And you ain't bringing none of Big Mama wisdom. You ain't bringing none of it. Because you still trying to be fucking cute. You're going to be held accountable for that. You are responsible for self. You are responsible for your bloodline. If you ain't got your motherfucking doorstep clean, how the fuck you gonna look outside and expect another motherfucker to come over and sweep your stoop? Get on your shit. Don't nobody want to be Big Mama no more. Don't nobody want to have the motherfucking house coat, your motherfucking scarf, have your motherfucking garden. Don't nobody want to be Big Mama. Everybody want to be cute and snatched and dumber than a motherfucking box of rocks. And then you have the audacity to turn around and talk about the millennials and Zs. Who the fuck you think created that behavior? When all they saw was your stinking ass gyrating. Because you look good, or you think that you look good. You have a responsibility. Now, I'm just talking on the physical level. That's your basic responsibility on the physical level. At least Big Mama and them did that. Now we in totally different frequency, all that shit. So you're supposed to really be on the next level. Not still trying to gyrate and get snatched. What the fuck is important? So you can't point your finger at the millennials if you ain't did your motherfucking part. If you have not laid the foundation for you and yours, you can't fucking point the finger at nobody. I done took and told y'all, it is nobody's responsibility to get off no motherfucking ship in the sky. Shout out to the interdimensional folk. It ain't their motherfucking responsibility. Now that's a goddamn shame. I got to vibrate from another realm, come in this bitch, to come down to your piss ass, smelling ass house. Hot Cheeto serving, bologna hot dog at the club house to save you. Are you fucking kidding me? You think somebody fucking got time for that when you ain't elevated? You supposed to repeat a cycle. Get your shit together. Nobody gets a pass. You're not in kindergarten anymore. Get your shit together. Now that's for the X generation. I'm getting in your shit tonight, goddammit. Shit. All right, I'm done with that. All right. Okay, family, so the only other thing I want to bring up, and you can certainly go read this yourself, Brother Sean, you brought this up when to show you how ain't none of this shit just up out of the blue. We've been telling y'all this for quite a while. But this article was off of CBSnews.com. And this was back in 2009. So that was right after the financial crash. That the United Nations proposes new global currency. Okay? So none of this shit, and this got China up in there. I know I was chopping it up with somebody in a YouTube chat room about China and all of that. Okay, it mentions China and all of that, and the basket of currencies, the SDR, all that bullshit. Okay, so you can certainly go look at that yourself, go research and look at that yourself. All right, so we're just reiterating, none of this is new, and this physical stuff, that's just the scratch of the surface. Get on your shit, family. All right, sis or brother Sean, did you all have anything else? I know y'all. We at 10 motherfucking o'clock. Before we get up in the material. That's how we roll. It's just so much going on.
Yeah, but just to expound on that thing about the hair, though. Your natural hair serves the purpose of it in beauty. If you don't know what that is, you got plenty of time on your hands right now to find that out.
Exactly.
I mean, you're not growing hair for nothing. Your body is the most complex computer there is. This is the best technology going.
That's right.
They trying to duplicate it.
Mm-hmm. They can't. But
know what purpose it serves. This is your home. So everything on you equips you to be here through all conditions.
That's right.
It's just a matter of staying in balance with mama.
That's right.
Or focusing on everything but mama. She the way. She's within you. And in this case, the very thing that you're on. Or
that's right.
You're in her womb. It's your home, your mama.
Yep.
Look out for your mama. I mean, what, you don't love your mama? You don't love your mama, you gone.
Absolutely.
90 seconds.
So it's basically up to you. I mean, since you want to choose a leader, why not choose your mama?
I know that's right. Big mama at that.
Exactly, the very person who sustained you. Everything that you're fighting over, working for, slaving yourself out for.
60 seconds.
Yep.
And how do you thank her?
Yep.
I digress.
I absolutely. I just want to add on there, Brother Sean, disrespectful ass niggas. It's disrespectful. Or if you real country, disrespectful. You worried about everybody else but Big Mama? You ain't supposed to fucking be here. All right, so let me go to 646. 646, your line is open.
10 seconds.
Peace and love. How are you, Rhonda?
Peace and love, brother. How are you? It's good to hear your voice.
Fantastic, fantastic. Peace and love to you, Sandra. She still on?
Oh, yeah, peace and love to you. I put myself on mute all the time. Then I gotta go.
And peace and love to you, Brother Sean.
Wholeness and power, bro.
Fantastic. And peace and love to the family. I just wanted to comment from a couple of shows ago and last show when you got to the book. I believe you got to it on last show too when you spoke about the Liberia colony.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned so many times till it just kept slapping my brain, right? ACS company, ACS involvement in that process. And I kept hearing ACS, and, you know, I've been dealing with a couple of situations, dealing with people, dealing with ACS and their children. And I'm wondering if there's a connection to that company carrying itself all the way over into this situation like that. You know, the whole idea of taking control of people's and their land and stuff, and now their children, how they were able to replenish Liberia after many of them died or something, I think it was mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Where they were getting these children from to replenish them with. And that sounds
the
like
orphans.
a great thing to connect. Say again?
I said the orphans. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds like a great big connection to, hey, I'm going to take your child because you can't care for him. And I just wondering, that was one big connection that I, was thinking every time I heard ACS. On the Rona thing, I'm hearing up close and personal, people losing people. And quiet as it's kept, it's strange how even the testing is false, right? So the most recent one tested, didn't have it, but died. I'm not sure, but within 24 hours, I'm sure.
Wow.
After that, negative. And then the other thing is, they tested someone and claimed positive, and of all the bullshit, tried to treat them with. Matter of fact, they didn't even do the test to find positive, but started treating with that bullshit that's supposed to be for something else, lupus or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I just give thanks that it didn't, do him harm, and we had to do certain things to get them to back the hell off a bit. And hopefully that's still working, and the power of that is going forth. But this thing, I mean, it's getting real crazy because the last report on symptoms I heard was throwing up blood with your coughing.
Damn. Yeah, Brother Sean, remember over the weekend, and I was minding my business like I normally do, what came across my Amazon feed. So I was going to my Fire Stick to watch Alter Carbon them. And that movie Flu came up. It's an Amazon movie, and it's out of Korea, so you literally have to turn the caption on. Now, brother, what you just described is exactly what went down in that movie, Flu.
So yeah, we you know, so we really know that, you know how you say we're prisoners of war, and we just, so many of us, well, again, it's questionable whether it's really within the 5%, if it's really the biggest sellout of the soul you ever want to find or not. It's questionable.
Mm-hmm.
And I still I was looking for the numbers to that document for you guys, but I still didn't have a place to send it, and I forgot to just put it, you know, in ready position to send it. But you know, the catalog.
I was supposed to call you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Library of Congress catalog number of a document that I believe will help.
Yeah, that's my bad. I was supposed to call you.
And not in the know, it helped them to realize what's been going on forever and what will go on forever to that point of where we're at now, where it's being put down. And we don't have to be in it to, you know, put it down. What we have to be is aware of it, that it's around. So when we see something really strange, we can know, oh, that's where that's at, and move away from that.
Exactly. And keep it moving, right.
Yeah, and get on our job, as you say, to do what we're supposed to be doing for hours. And otherwise, not get involved with all that other bull. Stop chasing a dollar, like a dollar keeps you alive. $1, you got $1 million, but you're too sick to get up and use it.
Right.
What good
and
is
the way,
it? So,
right. And what this is showing you, even if you had it, shit, you couldn't even buy no motherfucking toilet paper. You know what I'm saying? You in the crib. If you didn't have a certain amount of food supply, you were scrounging to get that. So what was more important?
Exactly.
This should be the time of reflection to show you what's more important.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that they do, we telling you, it's soft disclosure.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know a lot of people went and bought a lot of stocks when it was down, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. But don't get comfortable with it. Don't think that's going to be your saving grace, because that shit is all going.
Mm-hmm. And then I was looking at a replay of the last Blacklist. I don't know if y'all ever look at that, but they always have some deep international and local quote-unquote government manipulations and conspiracies and stuff. And they always show something dealing with something that is right in front of us that happens daily. And in this case, in this last one, they were dealing with this guy who was attacking places of the nature of Optimum online, or, you know, those people who building the 5Gs and other computerized stuff, how the sound. Say
that again.
How that frequency of the sounds could kill you. And he was going after those who got paid off after they had the city council block the construction of a new plant in a certain area, and they got paid off to ignore the block and move it, you know, cut the red tape, so to speak, on the blockage, which allowed them to go ahead and build it. and he went after them after constructing a mechanism where he put them in and locked them down and introduced them to all the different levels of sound to the point where the highest sound took them out.
Right. And so
to show them, so it's the same thing that we're experiencing in terms of watching what happens and moving the hell out the way as Big Mama does her job in terms of throwing back at them exactly what they thought they were going to throw at us.
Exactly.
So, it's all like what comes goes. Well, we witnessing the truth on that.
Indeed.
But in any event, the main thing is, again, rather than panic and fear moving us, we should be able to sit, get calm, reflective, and learn how to harness it as pure energy and start working on things constructively. And I say peace.
All right, brother, 646. Peace and love. Peace and love. Thank you for that drop. Wait a minute. Let me bring you back on just a second. Shoot. It takes a couple seconds. All right, there you go, brother.
Yes, I wanted to thank you again. That George Benson. That's awesome.
That's the joint, ain't it? I'm like, I was so surprised. I'm like, oh, he liked the Stevie first. But I'm glad you said Stevie, because I wouldn't have even known that Stevie did it first. So I guess that was a slip on the spirit realm for me to know that. But I was like, all right, well, my personal favorite is George Benson one. But, yeah, that's a bad mofo. He laid that one out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, all right, brother. Well, thank you so much for putting something on it. Peace and love.
And thank you. Peace and love.
Okay. All right. And I'm going to get with you. I just made myself another note to get with you on that other information. Okay. Peace and love.
Peace.
All right. So, very good drop. So, to go back to what Brother 646 was saying about the doggone frequency with the sound. Now, we'll get into that more deeply in the next series. But even that sound frequency, none of that stuff is new, family. Back in the day, before the reset, before the last reset, all right, when we were in what they call the Dark Ages, which the Dark Ages, like I said in the opening of the show, was really about dark people, melanated people, being in those seats of power. Sound frequency was used heavily then. Heavily. To cut stones. Sound frequency with magnets for levitation. That's how they moved them big ass heavy stones. Sound frequency for healing. And shout out to the researchers, the YouTubers, researchers out in from Russia. They some bad motherfuckers, y'all. Because they the ones pulled in that research and went out and started showing you these old structures from the Dark Ages, that last reset, and showing you the different things on the buildings and how those particular folks were thinking they were for decorations. And no, they were energy centers to harness the natural energy from Mama Earth's vibration or her Schumann resonance. And they tuned the frequency to generate healing or to generate energy. So this remix that they trying to do with all this bullshit, it's really the same thing, but only difference is this time, and we're gonna get into it in a new series, is they want to get into the artificial intelligence realm because certain entities, matter or physical vessel, cannot and will not survive the shift. So they want to create an artificial realm on one of the other lower dimensional realms and use consciousness. That's why I'm speaking to you all about soul consciousness. Because these entities have run their course to be able to survive in a realm with matter. And just like you heard Brother Sean say when we was talking about Celine Dion's motherfucking ass, he was saying everybody look a hot mess. That's why. Because it don't matter whose vessel these entities try to take over, how much melanin they try to inject themselves with, no matter how much sacrifices, rituals they try to get or do, they cannot physically survive anymore. That shit is over with. So the next reset is to artificially create a reality within one of the lower dimensions, to solely do it through consciousness. And it's so fucked up that they can't even totally transport their own motherfucking consciousness in this realm that they're creating, so they need hosts to even do that. All right? So kind of think of it in the light of a hive. Okay? So that's what we're going to get into in the next series. And so the guy out of Russia, I told y'all about autodidactic, conspiracies are us is another tight channel. I think that gentleman is American. I'll have to pull the Russian cat up for you that brings the receipts on the ancient technology using sound. And we have been telling you all that for years. Everything is through vibrational sound. Even you, as just a divine soul, you resonate at a frequency that can be translated into light. Because you have a light body and this physical matter body. That light body is attached to that. That's really who you are. Shit. Bottom line, that's really who you are. Yes, deep H2O, soul, S-O-U-L equals soul, S-O-L equals sun. Soul, light body, soul, sun. Absolutely. If you want to say mind, body, and spirit, if you want to line it up that way. So, absolutely. So I'll try to search for the Russian Cat's little site, and hopefully I can get it to you all before we leave the air tonight. If not, I'll have it ready for y'all next week. But he does an excellent job, too. So thank you, Brother 646. Once again, nothing's a secret. It's there in plain sight. It is what it is. So I'll pause. Their T1 production. John Levy is the shit because he talks about that, too. But this Russian cat I'm finna give y'all, shit, he ain't no joke. He ain't no joke. He's the truth. But I'm going to dig him up for y'all. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brother Sean and Sis, if you want to put something on there, because that'll give me opportunity to search for my Russian cat, too.
Okay. Well, if you think about how Wakanda originally was, they wasn't bothered with the corporation, with the colonizers.
Sure what?
But they was prepared for anything the motherfuckers had to come with. They was hit to Captain America, Superman, everything. They like, we got dibs on all you alien motherfuckers. We know who everybody is.
Yeah.
But then they slipped up and let that one white motherfucker in there. Tried to be nice to him and help him out.
And that was the sister that did that.
Mm-hmm. And next thing
making
you know,
arms and shit. But go ahead, Brother Sean. Shit.
Next thing you know, Thanos had to snap his goddamn finger.
Right, and then they're going to make Thanos to be up in the wrong. But us 1%, we say, oh, no, y'all got that shit twisted. Thanos the motherfucking hero in this. Let's be clear. Because I was right there with Thanos, goddamn. When he snapped his motherfucking fingers the first time and sat on that throne, I felt every fuck just how he felt. I was with him. And how did Wakanda and them keep people out?
And force field.
Exactly.
Energy.
And it looked like a dome to me.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, I mean, they telling us all the time what's really going on.
All the time.
But
all the time.
We don't seem to get it. And if we pay attention to what they've been telling us, this dude here is the last president.
Well. Go on, Pastor. Ain't you in Revelations?
Yes, indeed. Because, I mean, it's over. And the last president being a businessman who's ran corporations.
It ran, and wasn't he known as Bankruptcy King when he was on the private side running his own shit? He had no motherfucking problem bankrupting some shit and restarting up some new shit, or am I just
It's part of the system. It's legal. I don't see why they get mad at him. That's like the 7-year jubilee.
Right, but my point being, exactly. My point being, that's part of his script.
Right.
He was groomed for that.
To destroy this corporation. Exactly.
Exactly.
And that's
if he could strike up another one, if it's the operative word, if he can strike up another one and get the consent, then go on with that. And there will be people, because I talked to a few people offline about this. There will be people that, want that new system. They want to go to it. Woo-woo, this, that, and the third. I've been consistent with that. I'm sorry, go ahead, Brother Sean.
The new system is the same old system. He's just trying to return back to the original Constitution and go back to a gold-back currency.
Exactly.
He's just trying to go back to before they were hijacked.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You and I understand that.
Yeah, because now they have where Aboriginal people heading.
Exactly. It's not in his self-interest to do that.
He's trying to go back to so-called common law, and he's trying to return back to something. He's not trying to go to natural law. He's not returning to nature because he's not from nature.
Nope.
He's trying to return to their original system where they saw their biggest profits.
Exactly. Where they saw their biggest profits. Absolutely.
Why you keep talking about all these jobs, this, that, or the other. You have to remember, you having a job is indentured servitude. Because
that is correct.
Have to give up your cut. That's just like when in those charters when he said, y'all can go over there, you build up the land, this, that, or the other. You can get so much land for this, that, or the other, but you got to kick me my ends.
Yep. Run me my ends. Absolutely. You're going to run me mine.
They're changing the seals and all that type of stuff. He told them, smack it up, flip it, rub it down, however you got to, but just make sure I still get mine.
We such generational Gen Xers. Exactly. So, no fucks are given. You going to run them they ends.
So all he's doing is going back to the old. And a lot of y'all feel comfortable with that because you believe that a lot of your rights are tied into that in your Moorish empire. Returning back to the Constitution is going to return things back to you. But you failed in your stewardship.
Absolutely.
So it's over. Mama said it's over.
Absolutely. That ain't moi words, although, well, it is my words. I fucking told you it's over.
Right.
But she had the final word, goddamn. I'm sorry. Go ahead, sis.
Well, I saw a currency they're making. Like they have a new $10 bill. They started at 1. And then that $10 bill is equal to $1 silver. So you lose $9 out of every $10. You have to pay that much for $1 silver. So
when you see that, sis, I'm just trying to equate. Was that recently or is that supposedly new?
That's recently. My son been giving it to me, and he showed me where they have it out there.
Well, I tell you what. That's still a motherfucking insult.
It is. Because money.
Exactly, because just like my Mississippian sister, and I'm so glad she came in and brought something on in 310, done took and told y'all that the dollar ain't worth the paper that it's printed on. It's been in negative value since they came up off of the gold currency. So, you done graduated with your quote new system. You said how much is for if you have $10, it's worth $1 worth of silver.
Right.
Or one piece worth of silver. So I'm still not motherfucking impressed. Cause how about we don't need none of that shit. We got the land. You could put some seeds in the motherfucking land. You got water. You don't need none of that.
Let me see if I can
read the crazy part about it, though, silver certificate dollar.
Yeah, silver certificate dollar. And the counterfeit is the Federal Reserve note.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's what them people trying to go back to is what Brother Sean is saying. And I'm not motherfucking impressed. Shit.
No. Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, you're losing out. So if you have $10, you're going to pay $9 for one piece of silver.
And here you go. I don't give a goddamn if it was 1-to-1.
Yeah, that's true, too.
I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brother Sean. Yeah.
After they gone, all the gold and silver is still going to be there.
Yeah, we need to go back.
Exactly.
Worried about it, folks. Ain't nothing leaving mama that ain't supposed to leave her.
Show in the fuck ain't.
That's why it's always here. That's why they be digging motherfuckers up. They tried to take shit with them. They gonna dig your ass up and get that shit because it ain't going nowhere. and then they gonna die and somebody gonna dig their ass up and get it. And it's just gonna keep going on and on. Motherfuckers gonna keep hoarding shit, but the motherfuckers gonna die, but the gold shit still gonna be there.
Surely is. They so cold-blooded with it. Those from the South and some of you Northerners, y'all country in the motherfucker too. Back in the day, Brother Sean, you remember when you used to get your fillings? Your shit was in silver.
Yeah,
or gold. If you was really a baller, gold, you was a baller. Shit. And when people was transitioning, they was snatching that shit out their mouth.
Gold teeth, gold fillings, everything. Yeah, at the funeral home, they was getting your ass.
Yeah, it was so funny. My aunt had went to get some work done on her mouth. This was about 15-something years ago. So they had to put her under. And, I mean, she country y'all with a K, not with a C. That's proper country. Country with a motherfucking K. So they put her out. She had some gold teeth. Motherfucking dentist took her shit, child. She was so groggy. She didn't think about it. She said about 2-3 weeks later. She said that motherfucker kept my gold teeth. I hit the not the floor, white family. I hit the floor. I was out.
Hey, do you know that's a Mayan trait? They used to wear those all the time. Yep.
Absolutely.
They call them grills, I think.
Yeah, that's what the new folks call them, grills. And I'm like, shit, that ain't nothing new. My country, uncle now, they didn't have them all the way across the top because they did want to keep their natural teeth. Millennials and Zs. My auntie now, they wanted to keep their teeth as long as motherfucking possible. So when you saw them, when they had gold and stuff, you would see like one in the motherfucking front or like a silver one on the motherfucking side. They didn't go get the grills. What y'all doing, getting the grills fitted to your teeth where you can take them in and out. Now, goddamn, they was balling. that was a toothus made to chew and shit. So just to give you an origin of that. I did find out, okay, conspiracy are us. I can't remember if that's the Russian dude or not. That's one of them. Global Vision. Two of those channels, YouTube channels, they get into the sound frequency and what these structures that they were called churches, what they were really used for. I highly recommend you check out their work so you can start to enter and understand and put this whole 5G and all that shit into context, because none of that's new. Because once we go to the next series, that's going to help you as well, all of the stuff that we're about to get into. So again, that's Conspiracy Are Us and Global Vision. I can't remember which one is the Russian cat. Both of them are good, but that Russian cat, he don't be BSing around, y'all. He brings the receipts. Okay, so I did want to share that with y'all. So thank you, Brother Sean and Sis, for allowing me to find that information. All right, family. Damn, we done talked about everything but the motherfucking topic. We at the end now. What I think I'm going to do, because we only going to we got less than 30-something minutes. I'm not even going to start it. What you think, Brother Sean and Sis? Should we start it or should we wrap it up?
I think we should start it next week.
I think so too. We'll get in because we're literally towards the end. I just want to kind of inform y'all how white folk got to come up. So white family, this your opportunity. If you really about truth, anything that we talking about on here should not be hurting your motherfucking feelings. None of that. You should want to know these things. Because it's important that you know these things. So when I'm sitting up here getting in the melanated people's ass, I'm getting in their ass for a purpose. Because we do share the same genetic motherfucking makeup. And that's my job, to get in their ass. Shit. But you can use this as an opportunity when we're going over these things to really start to enter and understand how this whole concept of white supremacy and white domination came into play. Mm-hmm. So, white family, if you about the truth, you gotta fucking be about it all the way. You can't half-ass it. Oh, I'm with you. I'm with you, black brother and sister. God damn it, I'm with you. We got to fight these sons of bitches and get this country back to where it want to be, where it needs to be. But soon as the melanated people say, okay, white bro, let's be motherfucking clear. When we talk about getting it back, that means you gonna give up the shit that your ancestors participated in taking. All right? That's the first side of it, white family. Second side of it is when folks give you the motherfucking receipts of who is indigenous to what land, don't all of a sudden you want to turn to the motherfucking side on that information. Oh, that can't be true. It's got to be those Native Americans that look like Mongolians. It's got to be them. No, you done just fucked up. You done just fucked up, goddammit. It's all or nothing. When we bring the receipts to you about slavery, oh, well, so now all of a sudden the slaves that came from Africa were white? Wait a minute, white family, goddammit. What happened to I'm with you, brother? Goddammit, I'm with you. What happened to that? No, we're not finna half-ass. We don't do no half-see on this platform. We don't do no half-sees. So if you gonna be in truth, goddammit, be in truth all the way. When we bring the receipts on who held the seats of power with the melanated skin tones, don't all of a sudden, oh, you people have low self-esteem, you're stealing people's history. What happened to, I'm with you, goddammit, I'm with you. Don't turn to the motherfucking side now. You be in truth all the way. The white family that talk about spirituality, fifth dimension, new earth, hum, him, hum. When we speak of letting these things go, honoring the indigenous people, owning all of what your ancestors have done, just like melanated people have to honor what their ancestors have done. Don't motherfucking turn to the side in your Buddha pose and forget that motherfucking Om that you say you connected to. All right? So this is your opportunity, white family. If you about truth, you can't half-ass it. Be about truth all the way. Okay? Now, that's no disrespect. We've been consistent on this platform. All right? I get in melanated folks' ass on the regular because we share the same genetic makeup. And I'm not giving them no pass. But just know, if you come on this platform, use it as an opportunity to truly live in truth. Truth is the highest vibration. So if you want to turn to the motherfucking side, you ain't living in truth. You're bullshitting. You straight up bullshitting. And you're cursing your bloodline. All right. So, with all of that said, sis, you have any last words, family?
You know, it sounds like you're going to get into this book I have, is how the white man got so rich. I mean, they take it down point by point. And it's kind of hard to swallow what you go to do. I hope people have enough fortitude to listen to it because they'll learn something. Because what did you say? We have to correct what our ancestors did, or we're going to repeat it. So I think it's important that everybody knows is if you're going to do some what they call repenting, you need to listen to everything, because even if somebody is one of the James's relatives, they have to say, "Oh man, that ain't right."
Right, that's fucked up. Exactly.
And you really took him to the cleaners.
You goddamn right. I took that ass to the cleaners.
Yeah, you wiped the floor up with him. So, and any relatives who have those names or know they're related to him, it's time for them to make amends for what he did to this planet too. So, even the falsification of documents and all that kind of stuff that he put in that book. So, I mean, it's something that we all have to be open to understanding. That's all I'm saying. And it's been a great verbal show, and we have to understand the games that people play, trying to keep us playing the same game.
Right. Hence the song by Brother 646 that he requested on George Benson, Masquerade. Lost in the masquerade, the games people play. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, sis. Absolutely. And, white family, I just have to say, do not think for 1 minute I evolved or ascended. I literally evolved and ascended. Since I've been on this platform, I evolved and ascended. I had to. And my biggest evolution of evolving, when I truly accepted that melanated people was with that frog shit back up in the day, and it had very little to do with white folk. Baby, let me tell you something. You talk about my soul was motherfucking hurt. It was hurt. It was hurt. What the fuck you mean? The white man ain't the boogeyman. You got to be fucking kidding me. Now I could have turned my head. I could have turned my head and lit one up. Fuck all that bullshit. That's some bullshit. The white man still ain't about shit. Yeah. But how's that me living in truth and elevating and ascending? So do not think for 1 minute that I personally did not go through the pain, did not go through the motherfucking shame. But I had to walk that walk. If you want to walk in truth, goddamn it, walk in truth all the way. It ain't no half. See, walk all the way. I done been there, done that, got the motherfucking T-shirt. So use it as your opportunity to do the same. You want to talk about ascension and freeing your soul? Truth will be the only way that you can do it. I don't give a fuck who you are. How much melanin or not melanin, I don't give a fuck who you are. That's the only thing that's going to break spells and codes. And only you can do that. So we are only sharing with you what we went through. Mm-hmm. I'm bold enough to put out in the ethers what the fuck happened and how melanated folk was on some fuck shit. And how it's deeper than skin color. It's about bloodlines. And ciphering energy for folks. Use it as the opportunity, white family, to get your shit in order and see the shit for what it is. Because that ain't a pretty picture to carry them titles as a colonizer, as a white supremacy. There is associated karmic debt with that. Mm-hmm. And don't think that, oh, well, my ancestors did that. That don't have nothing. Motherfucker, oh, yeah, it do. Oh, yeah, it do.
That's why you're standing where you are now.
Absolutely. Because your ancestors are within your blood. Just like the fuck my ancestors are in my blood and my motherfucking ass got handed to me. But I woke up and stood in my truth to break that motherfucking curse. So that's my last word for the family. All right, Brother Sean, what's your last word for the family?
Well, just like everybody else, you have to know who your bloodline is. You have to know where you're from. Over here, all y'all doing is perpetrating a fraud, identity thieves. Some of y'all may have been victimized, but you two are in the age of knowing.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And you've done nothing to correct things.
That's right.
What's happening is what must happen. Y'all got trapped here. You wasn't supposed to be here. There's consequences, just like in the body. When there are parasites in the body, the parasite don't leave the body. That host, that person is going to do something to kill that motherfucking parasite and remove it.
That's right.
That's just nature. You don't belong, so you got to get gone. I mean, it's nothing personal. It has nothing to do with hate. It don't have anything to do with emotion, period. Because nature destroys and it creates. And there's no emotion about it. It's just that's the way shit is. Right. I mean, it's like y'all told us all this time, you know. Just accept things for how they are. What is it they say? Pick yourself up by your bootstrap.
Dust yourself off.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just think about all that shit y'all been telling us on your way out of here or on your way to hell or, you know, whatever it is you've been created in your mind that you're going to. Just think about all the shit that you told us. In fact, think about that while you're on lockdown. And look at what's going on. Then look in the mirror. And just sit there. If a tear don't come out your eye, you soulless. And I don't care what your complexion is when you sit in front of that mirror. I know that's right. Because who was it that allegedly created and trained them? Put them in a position of leadership while they went to sleep? Like the beast gonna sleep 4,000. Yeah, like the beast gonna sleep 4,000 years in the pit.
Right.
So, you have quite an interesting dilemma that you have created for yourself by going against natural law.
Natural law, that's right.
You did it. We don't have to condemn you. And we don't. We just watching the shit.
Mm-hmm.
And we enjoy it. Just like you enjoyed the part of the show when you thought you were getting over. Now it's over. You got over all the way to the end. It's over. But not the ending you expected, is it? Don't matter how many people you get to sign in for a new system, because they just going to go with you and that system.
Right. And repeat the same fucked up cycle.
I'm not going to be
Indeed.
there to see it.
No, I'm done.
And I think majority of the people on this call ain't going to be there to see it.
Nope.
Because they be wallowing in all that bullshit right now instead of being here.
That is so true. That is so true.
Love your family.
All right, family. Love you much. Now, YouTube, I'm going to have to stop the feed because I'm going to rock out with Brother Bill Withers. Lovely day. Love you all much. Wish you well. Peace and love. We'll be back next